Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads. Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads. Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you inside the Macon Centerplex in beautiful Macon, Georgia. This is Marksman Pregame on the Marksman Radio Network and Hockey TV. I'm Drew Blevins. I'll be alongside with you for this one. A pivotal game for the Fayetteville Marksmen tonight as they begin their quest to retake fourth position from the Quad City Storm. They had a resounding weekend, taking 2 of 3 from the team that was above them in the standings last weekend, and that included the playoff-clinching victory on Sunday with an exclamation point and a final score of 7-3. It's been a busy week for the Fayetteville Marksmen, though, as yesterday alone, the team made 7 separate transactions. Granted, some of those are just paper transactions, transferring players to the injured reserve. However, there were 4 player moves. We start things off with the trade that sends defenseman Vincenzo Renda to the Evansville Thunderbolts in exchange for future considerations. Goaltender Matt Williams is waived off the roster. He has cleared waivers and is officially a free agent as of 5 o'clock today. Defenseman Andrew Lane was added from Aurora University, and we'll talk more about what that means throughout the course of Marksman Pregame, with a lot of different college players becoming eligible to test the waters of pro hockey. And, of course, the biggest news, goaltender Jason Polowski returns to the lineup. He'll dress tonight, but he will be the backup for Brent Moran, as Moran will look for his 11th win in his 13th SPHL start. And, of course, all that movement comes right before the trade deadline, which is tomorrow at 5 p.m., so quite literally counting down the hours now, 22 hours left. The Marksmen are expected to make a ton of moves at the deadline, especially considering they're already on the road. We caught up with head coach Corey Melkert prior to today's contest. You'll hear more from him right after this, including a couple of comments on the deadline. This is Marksman Pregame.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads,
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. We welcome you back to Marksman Pregame. Drew Blevins alongside the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen, Corey Melkert. Coach, 'tis the time of year for roster moves. You made 7 of them yesterday, some of them paper transactions. But what's it like seeing that type of turnover in a roster? You trade Vincenzo Renda, you acquire Andrew Lane, and you also reacquire Jason Polowski.
Yeah, it's obviously good to get Jason back in our dressing room. Obviously, he was having a really good season before he got called up. Obviously with Vincenzo, giving him a fresh start and bringing in a defenseman, I think we kind of needed. Andrew is a kid that can move the puck and run a second unit power play, so I think that's kind of something we needed. The other ones were just injuries. So obviously it's the time of year with college kids coming out. For me, I'm not looking to bring in a ton of college kids just because of how well we're doing right now. I think we have confidence in our group. I have confidence in our group. So just some little ins and outs trying to square away here.
Do you think there's any change in mindset from now to the end of the regular season? You've already clinched a playoff spot, and now the battle is to fight for that home ice advantage position. What does that change look like for you in the locker room, if there is any?
Nothing changes.
Looking at your 2 wins last weekend over the Quad City Storm, you've always talked about the importance of wins over quality opponents. Over these next 7 games, you're only going to play one team that has a better than .500 record in regulation. You've told me before you never want to overlook an opponent, especially this team right here in the Macon Mayhem. Keeping that focus and keeping that confidence and that message of high drive, what's that like against this team as you've talked to me about the struggles your group's had against the Mayhem?
Yeah, to be honest, we play better against teams that are higher up in the standings because we have better energy. We get up for the games. For us, we just have to do the things that make us successful. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Any team in this league can beat any opponent. You can't get complacent. You can't overlook anyone. If we don't go out there and play our game and do the things that make us successful, drop the puck and just play purposeless hockey, we're not going to get the results. And, they know that. Obviously, we're a confident group right now, but we can't go backwards. We have to continue to build, for the middle of April here. So that's what we're going to do.
How important is it to grab these points going forward? And if you kept any eye on what teams above you are doing, Roanoke has an opportunity to help you out by beating Peoria, and you already have the 3 games in hand over Quad City.
Yeah, I'm not really paying attention to other teams, to be honest. I'm just concentrating on us and, what we have to do. And, like I said, if we don't go out and play our game tonight, we're going to get we'll lose. That's just the way it is in the SPHL. So hopefully, we come ready to play and, take care of business. And, for us, like I said, we're just trying to handle what we can control. We're not really worried about any other team right now.
Last one for you, and you had briefly touched on it. You talked about not wanting to bring in too many college kids, but this is the time of year where rosters change often. The trade deadline is looming here in the next few hours. We're not even talking weeks anymore. What's that like for you, being able to work with the group you've got and still find the little improvements, and what can fans expect to see from a change perspective?
Yeah, I don't expect much to change. Like I said, I have confidence in our group. We have confidence in our group. I think they're playing with confidence, which is huge. For me to uproot that, I just don't think it makes sense at this point. So we'll see what happens. I'm not saying nothing's going to happen. Just kind of take it day by day here and kind of see what happens Monday.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
He's the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen, Corey Melkert. We'll be right back with more Marksmen pregame right after this.
Baby, we have spiders on every corner outside our house.
Okay, I'll call someone to take care of it.
Baby, we have fire ants all over the yard.
Alrighty, I'll call someone else to take care of that.
Baby, these mosquitoes, you have got to go.
Here we go again.
One call to St. Peter Pest Control provides all these services. Total pest protection for one low monthly payment. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Marky?
Carolina's Dentists offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen. We've showed you fire. We've showed you heat. And now, we'll tell you what it all means. For the first time in team history, we'll rebrand for one night only, giving a nod to a cultural icon that has blazed trails and scorched taste buds. The only question left, do you fear the Reaper?
And we welcome you back inside the Macon Centerplex in Macon, Georgia, where the Fayetteville Marksmen are prepared to take on the Macon Mayhem for the 12th time this season. These two teams will square off 15 times overall. Already the Marksmen have won 11 of 11 against this Macon Mayhem group, and just a couple of days ago they were able to celebrate an anniversary. If you followed us the last time these two teams played back on February 18th, you'll know the statistic. The last time the Mayhem beat the Marksmen in regulation, March 2nd, 2019. It's been 3 years since Mayhem fans have seen a regulation win for their group over this Fayetteville Marksmen team. And that means there's going to be a little added extra pressure tonight for Zach Desjardins and company. I think that's important to keep an eye on. Whenever you're getting to the end of a season series, there's always an element of wanting to push and wanting to be better. It doesn't always shake out that nicely and evenly, but I think you're going to see a big jump from this Mayhem group tonight, especially after suffering the 8-2 loss at the hands of the Pensacola Ice Flyers yesterday, and that gives us a great segue to talk about what's going on in the SPHL standings. 5 teams have clinched playoff spots already. Knoxville, Peoria, Huntsville, Quad City, and Fayetteville, in that order, are the league's top 5. Pensacola has 48 standings points after their win last night. Evansville and Roanoke tied for 7th with 43. On the outside looking in, Birmingham with 30. Then Macon and Vermilion County 17 and 13 standings points respectively. Vermilion County has to win out and hope Roanoke loses out in order to make the playoffs. That means the Bobcats could be eliminated as soon as this evening with any gain of a single standings point by Roanoke this weekend against Peoria, or any loss of a single standings point by Vermilion County, an overtime loss or a regulation loss would eliminate the Bobcats. For Macon, the magic number is only slightly larger. Odds are they would not be eliminated this weekend, although there are scenarios where that can happen. Their magic number to be out of the playoff picture is 6 right now. They have a maximum number of points left at 49, and certainly against the Fayetteville Marksmen, things have not gone well this season. So on the return trip home as soon as Friday, the Mayhem could be eliminated from playoff contention. Obviously, Birmingham, Roanoke, and Evansville in that dogfight for the final 2 playoff spots. Right now, Evansville and Roanoke have a 13-point lead over Birmingham, but the Bulls are going to get a chance to tangle with the big boys. They'll have meaningful games against Evansville left specifically, and of course the Birmingham Bulls are coming to Fayetteville in a couple of weeks, including for Reapers Rebrand Night on Saturday, March 19th. Let's go ahead and talk about the way the Marksmen will line up this evening. Tommy Biesinger will be a healthy extra, more of a maintenance precaution for him as he is not on the injured reserve list. He is on the trip, so you may see him tomorrow. Only 16 players make the trip for the Marksmen. They'll be playing 9 forwards and 6 defensemen tonight, a bench of 15. Brent Moran will be getting the start this evening. Jason Polowski could key in tomorrow, or he may have to wait for the home weekend next weekend to get the opportunity to play. The only new roster addition is Andrew Lane, coming out of Aurora University at the NCAA D3 ranks. He played his first 3 collegiate seasons with Alaska Anchorage, and at one point was teammates with Drake Glover, who is going through a really hot streak right now, including an overtime winner, goals in 2 of his last 4, points in 3 of his last 4 for this former Seawolf, Drake Glover. Lane's coming in, and as you heard Corey Melkert describe him, somebody who can make a difference moving the puck on the power play, and a really responsible puck-moving defenseman that can help the Fayetteville Marksmen. For the Macon Mayhem, first start against the Marksmen for Greg Hussey, the older brother of Brendan Hussey, who has 19 points on the season for the Mayhem. Hussey has seen action in relief of Michael Stiliadis. It came in Fayetteville back in January in the losing effort to the Marksmen, way back on January 8th, suffering that 6-2 loss. So a new look in net for the Macon Mayhem. They'll also be without the services of forward Chris Hunt tonight, as he was suspended for spitting on a player back last weekend in the Macon win over Birmingham. He'll be available to this group tomorrow. Also keying into the lineup is Dakota Ulmer. Ulmer played last night as well. He's the reason that former Marksman forward Daniel Martin was dropped to make way for the former Vermilion County Bobcat, Dakota Ulmer. Folks, we'll be right back after these messages to give you our keys to victory. This is Marksman Hockey.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksman season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
We welcome you back inside the Macon Centerplex for the final time on this beautiful Friday night in Georgia. Over 70 degrees here in the Peach State, and a nice little reprieve from a cold snap that had gone through Fayetteville that started to break yesterday. Certainly a fantastic atmosphere for hockey as we begin to see the early signs of spring. Hard to believe we're only 17 days away from the start of the season of new life, and that'll bring us into playoff season. Let's go ahead and talk about tonight's keys to victory. We'll start things off with the visiting Fayetteville Marksmen. And as Corey Melkert has talked about time and time again, and I think it bears worth mentioning one more time, you cannot overlook your opponent tonight. You're going to see the Macon Mayhem for 4 straight contests between the 2 this weekend and the 2 next weekend. And while it's easy to look at the record this season against this group and brush it off as wins to be counted pretty much automatically, that's where this team can be dangerous. And we've seen Macon have a couple of really good games in this building and in Fayetteville so far this season. And it's going to be something to keep a sharp eye on because they do have players that can put the puck in the back of the net. You cannot overlook this group. You've got to remain defensively sound. You've got to take your chances offensively. You've got to convert on special teams. And that takes us into our second key to victory, and that is simplifying the game and executing. And it's one of those things for Corey Melkert. This is something that you want to do every single game that you play, regardless of if you're playing the top seed Knoxville or if you're playing Macon, who's 10th out of 11. You've got to get to your game quickly, and you cannot make this a complicated game. It's very easy when you play a high-quality opponent to want to overcomplicate things against groups that may not be up to your strength and stature, and that's where you can make mistakes. That's where you can overthink the game and have costly turnovers. We saw that bite the Marksmen early in the contest back here on February 18. For the Macon Mayhem, you've got to have a high conversion rate on your opportunities tonight. And all that is to say is there will be chances this group has. Brent Moran is a very difficult goaltender to beat. They're going to have to be a team that finds a way to do it and do it in spades. If you get 10 chances in a game, it's probably going to take a 40 or 50% conversion rate to beat the Marksmen. So be it. That's where Macon has to be this evening. And the other thing is, I think this is a Macon group that has to stay physical across the board. They can't shy away from body contact, and not that they normally do. It's just you've got to have guys other than Taylor Cutting and Nigel Slade who are driving the physical presence for your group. It hasn't always been there top to bottom in the roster, but it's going to be something to keep a very sharp eye on tonight. Folks, let's kick off this series of 4 straight against the Macon Mayhem. Puck drop between the Marksmen and the Mayhem is next.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience of face and the taste that brings you back.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you inside the Macon Centerplex as the Fayetteville Marksmen are set to square off with an old and bitter rival, the Macon Mayhem. The Marksmen are in their road white uniforms, black breezers and white socks, black numericals. Meanwhile, Macon comes out in their home red uniforms, navy breezers, red socks, white numericals. Chris Henry is our referee. He'll drop the puck with Jim Callan and Sean Delawy on the lines. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this one from Macon, Georgia, as away we go with the 12th of 15 meetings between these two squads this season. Macon will dump the puck in first, and a hard hit delivered on the end wall as the puck jostles free. Drake Glover gives it up to Brian Kerrigan, who fires a shot through traffic, chipped just wide of the far side post as Macon comes out with a good opportunity early. Here's one of the slot, a wrist shot punched out by Moran, having to be sharp before we hit the 30-second mark. Macon dumps it right back in, chipped in as it's kicked out by Moran. He'll practically clear it out with that save to the red line, but Scott Koash takes over. Koash will give to Soper on the near side boards. He'll dump it in as McNair comes to grab possession. Matt McNair will scoop it back behind the net, and it'll be Don Oliveri to handle this puck. Oliveri, with a strong weekend again versus Quad City, has worked his way up into a tie with his longtime teammate Taylor McCloy for the team lead in points. Oliveri handling here, will punch it up the far boards looking for Best, just out of his reach, and it'll be taken back behind the net. Worked quickly forward by Joseph Draplik, who will feed to the far side wing. Hard hit delivered by Zach Hoffman as he drops Zach Lambrecht. In the near side corner, this is Taylor Best. Flips it sky high up in the air. This will be taken by Ethan Bush Anderson at the red line, and he'll shoot it off the far side boards and into attacking ice. Bush Anderson, one of the more unique players you'll see in all of minor professional hockey. Started out as an NCAA D3 basketball player at Alma College before transferring and pursuing hockey at Northern Michigan. Off the far side boards, it'll be scooped up and carried ahead by Kyle Soper, the defenseman. Soper will saucer for Devin Brink. He drives in, wrap chance, they score! A rare misplay on the angle by Brent Moran. And the Macon Mayhem draw first blood as Devin Brink drives to the far post and scores. Goal comes just a minute and 50 seconds into the contest. An even strength marker for Devin Brink, who has just crossed over into that coveted double-digit goal category. He'll have his 10th of the season, and it's Macon for the first time since October 29th to have a lead against the Fayetteville Marksmen. On the near side boards, this is Reimers, who will dump it in behind Greg Hussey. Draplik will feed to the far side corner. Koash lost his footing. Dug free by Taylor McCloy as Reimers gets to the puck. He's bodied off of it, knocked to his knees. Fraze comes there to help out. Looked at Reimers for a moment. Now up the far side boards. Maybe another chance for Macon, but a good defensive stick by the former member of the Mayhem. That's Jarrett Cupp, and this will be dumped right back in by the Marksmen. 17:30 to go in the first period. Devin Brink's goal makes it 1-0 in favor of the Mayhem. Ahead of the red line. This will be shot in, bounces in and out of the glove of Brent Moran to the near side corner. Behind the net is Sam Storman on his return from the IR. Turned it over to Soper, who sends a laser beam over top the crossbar. Glover has it on the near side boards. Scooped ahead for Matt McNair, but it's turned over on a pass that runs too far. Dumped right back in by the Mayhem. Here comes Zach Lambrecht. Ties up Harrison Harper. Lost the puck in the process as Storman gives to Glover. Through the middle of the rink, that's FX Girard. You'll hear from him during the first period intermission. The near side half wall. This is Caleb Cameron. He's tied up by Glover, gets out of it with a pass behind to Bush Anderson, who then promptly turns it over to Bednard. He coughs up the puck and a chance for Nigel Slade, the former Marksman. Slade Works to the far side boards and will lay it in as Hoffman comes to find it. Sends to the far side wing for Best. Chipped up through center ice. Rogers with a solid glove, nearly a hand pass, now turned over. This is Oliveri. Toe drags. He's got a lane, looking for a shooting chance. Gets it off from parallel with the goal line as Hussey slid over to make the save. Now a pass goes up to the point. This hops over the stick of Zach Hoffman. He's got to turn it back for Oliveri, as this is a defensive pairing that reunites after Vincenzo Renda was traded. Brought ahead by Macon. Pass to Cody Rogers, who stick handles at the blue line. He peels away and looks to center to Brink. Goes off of Alex Reynaud, who's tripped up on the play. Pass into the slot. Bounces off of Hoffman, and the Marksman will get this out. This is Taylor Best. Drives around his man as he'll engage for the puck in the near side corner. Off a body, but it will get out to Koash, who sends it all the way up through center ice. Hoffman there to retrieve for the Marksman. Just beyond 4 minutes into this contest, Devin Brink gives the Macon Mayhem a 1-0 lead. A pass up to the blue line will be chipped ahead for Taylor Best to grab it. Best turns in the near side corner. Gives to Jarrett Cupp. The pass was behind him, and Andrew Lane, the newest Marksman, will have to handle it. Lane gives up to the forward core. Reimers turns it over, and Dakota Ulmer skates it up ice. Ulmer, the former Vermilion County Bobcat, has to give it away. Slap shot by Brendan Hussey is fanned on, and now the Marksmen have it 2-on-2 driving up ice. Reimers is crunched, but has McCloy there. McCloy looks for a lane, rolls it on goal, kicked out by Hussey. And now a chance for Macon the other direction. Mikhail Yunk shot it ahead. He was looking for a drive from Ulmer, but stretches the pass too far. And the Marksmen will handle the puck at their own blue line. This is Jarrett Cupp, who will spin to Andrew Lane. The pass to center is corralled by Reimers, the product of Buffalo State. Drops it back to the blue line, and this will be Cupp to send a pass ahead through center, chipped in by Matt McNair. Hussey out of his net to play it. McNair is quickly in, forces a turnover. Scoop to the front, but a good defensive stick by Brian Kerrigan, who played his junior hockey nearby with the Potomac Patriots up in Virginia. This puck will be iced by Macon, but it'll take us to our first media timeout. Devin Brink's goal gives the Mayhem a 1-0 lead.
You need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Fast start for the home team in this one as the Macon Mayhem have a 1-0 lead on a goal scored a minute and 50 seconds into the contest by Devin Brink. 14:26 remaining in the first period. But the face-off will be in the Marksman attacking zone. We'll see what Corey Melkert has drawn up for the line that never seems to separate of FX Girard, Drake Glover, and Matt McNair. Centering pass fluttered on goal by Girard. This one's scooped up by Macon as Caleb Cameron has it on the far boards. Centers to Zach Lambrecht, who has it near boards at the red line, and he'll dump it behind the net. Brent Moran on his backhand gives it away to Curtis Hanson, who is promptly swarmed and forced to cough up the puck behind Moran. Brought ahead by the Marksman as the pass goes to McNair, who tried to kick it up ice for Drake Glover. A rolling puck is secured by Sam Storm, and he gains the red line and dumps it in. Draplik will go to chase behind Hussey. Has it on his forehand, working in the far side corner. Spins away from pressure and stands right next to his goaltender on the far side goalpost. Draplik handles responsibly. He'll reverse field and be patient to find Devin Brink, the goal scorer. Brink coughs it up at the red line, but the Marksmen are unable to push it up ice. This is Taylor Best on the near side boards, just ahead of the red line. He'll bounce it in on 3 hops behind the goal line, and Draplik is the first in for the Mayhem. Draplik stick handles twice, sends it ahead. Zach Hoffman retrieved at his own blue line, but gave it away to Nigel Slade. The Mayhem are onside. A centering pass caught up in the body of Ulmer is taken away by the Marksmen in the slot. Best will spin to the far side wing. Here's Alex Reynaud just ahead of the blue line. A cross-ice pass intercepted, and the Mayhem are right back out to center. Ulmer down the near side wing with Michael Snow driving. Feeds him. Snow has to turn behind the net as he's bodied up by Don Oliveri. Oliveri will give to Zach Hoffman. The large-bodied defenseman will skate it ahead of the blue line before giving it to Taylor Best, who lost the puck at the red line, but the Marksman will get it right back. Dumped in by Tanner Fraze all the way behind of Greg Hussey with 12:40 to go in this first period. This is not where the Marksmen wanted to get caught up in this game. And as Corey Melkert said, you do not want to overlook your opponent, and that's where the Marksmen find themselves right now, a step behind a team that they are well ahead of in the standings. Taylor McCloy goes to dig for the puck along with Jarrett Cupp. He pulls it free, and here comes Fayetteville. This is Zach Reimers on the far boards. Gives to Tanner Fraze. Cupp into the rush. It's a 3-on-2. Cupp tried to center, but was knocked off the puck. And now a turnover right back behind the net. And a wrap chance in front is taken away by Dakota Ulmer as Greg Hussey nearly gave the Marksmen a gift-wrapped goal. Brought ahead by Lane, who gave to Reimers. He was unable to clear it in. So Macon will take it in their own zone. Passed off the far side boards. Lambrecht is up ice. Icing is waved. Lambrecht is into the near side corner with a burst of speed. Button hooks around the far face-off circle to Bush Anderson. His shot through traffic. Knocked down by Brent Moran. And the rebound scooped up by Fayetteville. Here's Reimers with Fraze. 2-on-2 as Fraze will dump it in, sending Reimers to chase. Line change coming for the Marksmen. Matt McNair, the first in, looking for the puck. Instead, it'll be safely played behind the net to Cody Rogers by Macon. Rogers gives it up to the center ice face-off circle for Caleb Cameron off of his stick and right back to Fayetteville. They'll double time it up the ice. This is Glover to the near face-off circle in his attacking zone. He's forced to play it behind the net. Matt McNair unable to catch up to it. Here comes Macon. Across the red line, this is Brendan Hussey, his brother. Shoots this one in off the leg pad of Moran. Steered quickly to the far corner. Matt McNair getting to it. Pitchforks it up ice, and a chance for the Marksmen. This is FX Girard driving in. Lifts it over the crossbar. Made a superb move to get around the defenseman, but missed the net on the shot. Macon right back to it, right up the near side wing. This is Curtis Hanson, the near side corner boards. Bodied up by Sam Storman, who dropped him. Bednard will come to pick up the loose change. Shane Bednard will send it up to the far side wing, calling for it. Had it back off of his skates. Now it has to be corralled by Glover, who will play it all the way back nearly to the goal line, where Sam Storman will have to push to Harrison Harper, his defense partner. Back behind the net, Harper will send it up ice. Skated ahead by Shane Bednard. He's got Reynaud going with him. Looks to drop to him, but coughed up the puck instead. Dakota Ulmer gets around his man. Driving to the slot. Oliveri is there with a bouncing puck and clears to the far corner. Pass goes back up to the top of the far circle. Intercepted by Taylor Best. Best looking to get around his man and does as Bednard is knocked off the puck, but Best is there as support. Taylor Best turns it up to the point, looking at Zach Hoffman. Best fights off a defender, given up to the point. We've got a delayed penalty upcoming. It'll be for that play on Best. Hooking is the call, and the Marksmen will go to the St. Peter Pest Control power play right after this. 9:54 to go in the first period. The Mayhem leading the Marksmen 1-0.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Mikhail Yunk will be the one to take the penalty. 10:06 into the first period. The Fayetteville Marksmen will go on to the St. Peter Pest Control power play for the first time in this hockey game. Marksmen power play has been really good in the last 4 weeks. They've grown to a 19.6 conversion rate. That's good for 5th in the SPHL. The Mayhem on the penalty kill, less than desirable, 75% even. That's 10th in the league. So Marksmen will take the puck on the far side boards. This will be swept down the length of the rink. But a good play made by Nigel Slade. St. Peter Pest Control provides year-round pest control solutions. Send all your bugs to see St. Peter. 20 seconds gone by, and the Marksman man advantage as this will be pushed up to the red line for the captain, Taylor McCloy. Sweep to the near wing, driven in by FX Girard. He's centered, off the stick on the way through, and cleared by the Mayhem all the way down the length of the rink. New power play unit lining up for the Marksmen. The puck will be handled back behind the net by the rookie Lane in his SPHL debut. Andrew Lane will tote it up ice, and he'll drop to Taylor Best. Give to Shane Bednard as Lane will matriculate back behind the puck. Dumped in by Bednard. Hussey's out of his puck to play it. Scooped up by Macon all the way to the far side wing. That's Caleb Cameron, and he'll lift it over Don Oliveri all the way out. Methodical penalty kill here for the Macon Mayhem. They've already killed off a minute of the marksman man advantage. The far side wing, Oliveri will methodically drop for Shane Bednard. He gives to Best on the near wing. This puck's taken away at the blue line, and now a chance driving's Brendan Hussey. Awaiting reinforcements. He's bodied up by Oliveri and forced to dump it in. Good one-man pressure here by Curtis Hanson as Best comes back to find the puck. He'll give to Don Oliveri, who stands directly in back of Brent Moran. Skated ahead by Taylor Best, who will enter the zone on the near side boards. Best into attacking ice, backhanded to the slot, taken away and cleared. Marksmen haven't stiffed the net on this power play, and it's been a microcosm of this first period. This is Jarrett Cupp. Works from in back of Brent Moran. One more rush up the ice with only 5 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Matt McNair with a shot blocked by Bush Anderson. Reamer scoops the rebound to the point. Long drive off the backside of Reynaud. Out of the box comes Mikhail Young. He'll join the rush. Michael Snow carries it ahead of the attacking blue line right up Broadway. Intercepted by Reamers, who will turn it back into the near corner for Jarrett Cupp. Young comes in and catches Cupp awkwardly. Forced a turnover. Back to the point it goes. Rogers sets up for Bush Anderson, far blue line. Spins it down the kick plate behind the net. Mikhail Young will pick up the puck there. Young spun to center off the skates of Reynaud. This is a bouncing puck handled by Michael Snow and just punched directly behind to Brent Moran. 7:20 to go in the first period. 1-0 Macon leading the Marksmen. This is Matt McNair. Ahead of the red line, he'll dump it into attacking ice, looking for men to go chase. Instead, the Mayhem will be able to get it out to the red line before Zach Hoffman will bounce it in ahead of the attacking blue line. Fielded behind the Mayhem net. This is Cody Rogers. Flings it to the far side wing. Here comes Macon. A crafty little pass is sniffed out by Oliveri. Here's Rogers with a second rush. He'll send this pinballing in. That took a wild hop at the last minute, fortunately wide of the net. Off the far side boards, that'll be Hoffman, who plays it ahead to Drake Glover, who gets it up to center. Oliveri jumping into the rush will drop for Best. Oliveri calls right back for it. He'll wrap around. Oliveri lifts it over top the crossbar. Good chance for the Marksman. Catches a stanchion on the glass and settles in the near corner. Oliveri prevents the clear at the far side blue line. A cross ice pass to Best. Tied him up, but he gets it to Zach Hoffman. His shot stung Devin Brink, who will have to get to the bench as Fayetteville overtakes the puck. Line change coming for the Marksman, as this puck will bounce right back to Don Oliveri. Works out of a triple team and will give it back for Zach Hoffman. The Marksman's second line comes out. This is the captain, Taylor McCloy, at the red line. Holding the puck, he'll work to the far side blue line. Down the far boards he goes. McCloy handling the puck at the far face-off circle. Gives it away. And now the Mayhem are right back out and into attacking space. Zach Lambrecht fires a shot, fanned on it. Has to play it off the kick plate behind the net. This will roll around to the near blue line where Kerrigan flings it on net. Big rebound. Moran kicks it out as he got handcuffed by that puck. Big hit late in the far side corner. Macon wanted a penalty. They won't get one. Turned right back in by the Mayhem. Everybody's got to touch up as the Marksmen go back to retrieve. 5:35 to go in this first period. 1-0 Macon. This is Harrison Harper. Sends to the far side wing. A diving play made just beyond the blue line by Kyle Soper, and he'll dump it in behind his attacking goal line. Caleb Cameron with a hard hit to finish Sam Storman. So the Marksmen break it out. Carried ahead by Tanner Fraze, who's had a couple of really big goals in this building. Scored last time these two teams played. Also had the game-tying goal back on October 29th in the Marksmen 4-3 shootout victory. Their only shootout victory this season. Only shootout this season, as a matter of fact. Dumped in by Fayetteville. Line change coming. Here's Matt McNair quickly in on the forecheck. Fortunately for the Mayhem, they had numbers there. This is Kyle Soper, the defenseman, into the attacking zone down the far boards. Bodied up by FX Girard, who forces him to cough up the puck. Girard skates it ahead up the near side boards. Here comes FX, driving in, quick wrist shot. Hussey swallows it, and he will hang on. 4:39 remaining in the first period. A good start for the home team. They lead 1-0.
Hey, you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome back to almost the dead middle of the state of Georgia. in Macon. Drew Blevins with you on the Marksman Radio Network and Hockey TV. Devin Brink as the lone goal of the hockey game. The Macon Mayhem have what for many would be considered a surprising lead early in this contest. Face-off will be right in front of Greg Hussey on his blocker side, as Hussey has not been a busy man in this opening frame of play. Shots displayed in the building right now are 5-2 in favor of Macon in what would be one of those games considered by Corey Melker, to this point at least, to be kind of purposeless hockey. Behind the net, FX Girard will have the puck. Turns at the near wing, looking up at the point. Girard plays it off the near side boards as Lane will cycle to the near hash marks for Matt McNair. Andrew Lane in the near corner plays behind the net. He's going to scoop up the puck here. Lane centers off the outside of the net. Intercepted by Nigel Slade, who finds Curtis Hanson. Was able to get it to center, but not under control as Jarrett Cupp will settle. Cupp will find Don Oliveri, who will then in turn give to Alex Reynaud. He fumbles with the puck for a moment, but Michael Snow was unable to corral it any better, so the Marksmen dodge a bullet here. A headman look to Reynaud is over his stick, and Bush Anderson will dump it in for Macon. Behind the net is Brent Moran. Sweeps to the far side boards, and the Marksmen begin the breakout. A headman look one more time. This is Alex Reynaud. Shoots it ahead through space. This will bounce to the near circle as the Marksmen go on the forecheck here. Drap look has to cough it up in space, and Oliveri obliges by taking it for Fayetteville. Played behind the net to Shane Bednard, who shot it right off the backside of the net, and that will allow the Mayhem to take it and bounce it all the way down ahead of the Marksman blue line. Hoffman gave to Reynaud, who touched right to Zach Lambrecht, who will dump it in. Taylor Cutting coming out on the ice for his first shift of the hockey game to this point. Cutting a little worse for wear. He got in an altercation with Harrison Harper, who broke his nose with one punch. And both players were sent off. Harper, for an aggressor in the role, was not suspended in the fight, and Cutting for repairs did play one shift after that fight late in the second period. Dumped to the far side boards by the Mayhem, and Cutting, considered to be really the ringleader of tough guys, is almost all season he's been top 5 in penalty minutes and top 2 in majors. Lambrecht now turns it over. A chance for McCloy, but a diving play made by Kyle Soper in a dangerous area. Marksmen have it at the red line again. Kicked forward by Taylor McCloy as Soper gets to it. He risks it off the near side glass. This puck is ahead of the goal line, and this is icing. So the face-off will come back down to the Marksman end with 2:21 to go in the first period. The Marksman attacking end, I should say. Sean Delawy, one of the linesmen here, along with Jim Callan. Delawy will be the one to drop the puck here. Delawy, another one of those guys who splits his time, similar to Ken Radolinski, who was the referee last time these two teams got together between the Columbus River Dragons in the Federal League, the Macon Mayhem here in the SPHL. Near side corner, this will be Tanner Fraze. Works to the blue line where he'll drop for Sam Storman. Storman's got a lane, fires, fanned on the shot. The Mayhem swarm the loose puck. They war to get it out to the blue line, but they cannot as McCloy holds the line to Reimers. He'll drop to the trailer. That's Harrison Harper working his way in. Played below the goal line to Taylor McCloy, who's tied up by Devin Brink, will get help from Drake Glover. Backhands to Reimers, who will probe behind the net. He'll find Drake Glover, who drives to the near post. Soper takes care of that, and then Hussey sweeps his paddle to take the puck away. McCloy on his backhand, turned to the slot, stolen away by Curtis Hanson, and the Mayhem are back ahead of center. Hanson with a waffling shot, dumps it in. Bodies converge back behind the net, knocking the puck free to Harrison Harper. He'll give to Drake Glover, who works up the near side boards. Coughed up on the play. Right to Cody Rogers, who promptly gives it right back. FX Girard driving in front. He shoots. Hussey throws out the glove and makes the save, and he'll hold. It's a great stop by Greg Hussey, nearly right along the goal line on a drive by FX Girard, who you'll hear from in about 5 minutes real time during our first period intermission report. Hussey, a guy who plays the position standing almost directly upright. He's very stiff, and watching him in warm-up, he almost looks uncomfortable in net. And he's an older goaltender and somebody that you wouldn't expect to be the usual suspect in this role, but thrust into the position by his relationship with his younger brother Brendan and, of course, Dylan Kelly up in the ECHL. Here's a long drive. Moran says no with the blocker. His turn to make the big save. Cleared to the point now. Taylor Cutting turns toward the net. This pinballs to the far corner for Mikhail Young. He centers. Cutting driving in, looking for a chance. The passing lane taken away by Glover. But to finish the point on Hussey, he's making saves. They don't necessarily have to be quote-unquote sexy ones, but he's kept the puck out of the net here early. Here's another bid right in front. Moran will sweep it to the near side corner with 30 seconds to go in the first period. Cutting, tees it up again. Sticked out by Brent Moran. To the near side corner, this is Matt McNair, bodied up by Mikhail Young in the near side corner. Played behind the cage one more time as Andrew Lane lost possession of it. Dakota Ulmer working in the far side corner with help from Brendan Hussey. Here's a stick lift by Caleb Cameron. Macon holds the line, just 5 seconds to go. Cutting, looking at the clock, fires one in desperation, and Moran got a piece of it. Cleared to the near corner, and a hit after the buzzer. Now we'll have an altercation as McNair got rocked as the horn sounded. Linesmen are in to separate everybody here, and both teams will be held at their benches. Corey Melkert has already begun the walk-off, and that will be a period he'd rather forget. 20 minutes are in the books. The goal by Devin Brink is the difference as the Macon Mayhem lead the Fayetteville Marksmen 1-0 through the first period. Shots on goal displayed right now in the building are in favor of the Mayhem 6-3. Those will be updated here in a moment, and we'll give you that updated shot total right after these messages. This is Marksman Hockey.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksman season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Welcome back inside the Macon Centerplex. Drew Blevins alongside you as the Fayetteville Marksmen trail the Macon Mayhem through one period of play. Updated shot totals, as they do take a little bit of time to update here inside the building, are as follows. And this will be a lopsided number that if you followed along with this rivalry all year, you're going to be really shocked when I tell you who's in the lead. The Macon Mayhem have 12 shots on goal in the first period. The Fayetteville Marksmen have 4. That is a period low for the Marksmen in this series so far this season. And as you would expect, with the drastic lead in shots on goal, the Macon Mayhem do have a 1-0 lead on the scoreboard. The goal came just a minute and 50 seconds into the contest, scored by Devin Brink, his 10th of the season, assisted by Kyle Soper. And one of those plays that Brent Moran would have liked to have probably matched up a little bit differently. It's been something that we've seen Moran struggle with, and that's where he is challenging a shot, a big-bodied goaltender. He does not give shooters a lot of area to shoot at, but gets caught just a hair flat-footed, and Devin Brink drives right around him and puts the puck in the back of the end of the far side goalpost on a wraparound. That makes it 1-0, and you thought that could spur the Marksmen to play with a little more urgency. It did not, as Fayetteville has really looked like they're skating in oatmeal so far. They don't look to have their same amount of speed. They don't look to have their same amount of offensive integrity and good positioning. And we've seen Fayetteville struggle with this, especially against this Macon group. But I don't think we've ever seen them struggle to this length, especially as a group that's playing a really good brand of hockey. I mean, you never want to attribute a win streak to a single player, but the line of demarcation for where the Marksmen have gone from being a good team to a team that's going to contend for an SPHL President's Cup is the acquisition of Brent Moran. And that was way back in late January. Since Moran came onto this group, the Marksmen have won 12 of 14 games, bookended by Matt Williams' wins in a 9-game winning streak for the Fayetteville Marksmen, both of them coming over the Macon Mayhem, wins 10 and 11 in this series. But, man, this is one of those Jekyll and Hyde games where you really hope that Dr. Jekyll will come out and eschew the demons that have been the Mr. Hyde play of these first 20 minutes. The Marksmen are 0 for 1 on the St. Peter Pest Control power play. Mikhail Young has taken the game's only penalty. It was a hooking call, 10:06 in the first period. The Marksmen did not have a shot on the man advantage. And that's also difficult because it's a power play that Corey Melkert has stuck with, and he hasn't gone so far as to say it's been tried and true. This hasn't been the highest executing power play all year, but they have risen 2 rankings points on the man advantage so far this season, and it just hasn't been there at all. I recall a game way back in November against the Birmingham Bulls that the Marksmen won by a final count of 3-1. And when I asked Corey Melkert the next day what needed to improve, he told me everything. And when I asked him how he thought his team played, he said ugly. And obviously I don't have a dry pair of headphones to give down to the coach's office, but I would imagine those same questions would have the same answers that they did in November and the same general attitude that Coach Melkert has had against the Macon Mayhem this year. The Marksmen simply aren't up for this game, and they'll need to fix that going into these middle 20 minutes. Coming up right after this break, you'll hear from FX Girard, a member of the line that seems to never break up. That's coming up next, right here on the Marksmen Radio Network.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. Welcome back to Marksman Hockey. Drew Blevins, joined by forward FX Girard. FX, it seems like you and your line have found the scoring touch over the past 6 weeks. What's that been like for you personally to be able to see the puck go in the back of the net and have an uptick in playmaking here since the turn of the calendar year?
It's been awesome. I've been playing with Matt and Drake since game 1, and we've had success early in the season, and we kind of just got back to what made us successful then. It was just kind of playing simple, playing together. We like to put pucks behind the D and make them make mistakes and kind of capitalize on that. So it's been really nice to get personal success, I would say, but it's nice to have also team success.
Well, and you talked about your line mates, Drake Glover and Matt McNair. This has been a line that really hasn't seen too much separation throughout the course of the entire year. Has that helped you with team chemistry? Because it seems like regardless of the changes that happen, your group always finds a way to get back together. Yeah, absolutely. We know what each player will do. We know Matt will get on the forecheck nice and fast. We know what Drake can do and what I can do, so we kind of know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we can kind of build off that. And it's been great for us. Let's talk about last weekend against the Quad City Storm. A rough night on Friday. Pucks just don't go in the back of the net. That gets fixed on Saturday, and certainly in the third period on Sunday, you get the opportunity to clinch a playoff spot at home in front of your home fans. What did that mean to you guys as a group, and how did that feel to be able to get that done in front of the home group? Means a lot for sure. Playing against a team like Quad, it's always nice to get 2 wins out, but to have it in front of our fans and to have it be a clinching game too was awesome. You're facing a very familiar opponent this evening, a team that you've beaten 11 times so far this season in the Macon Mayhem. Coach Corey Melkert has always talked about he hasn't felt like this team has played its best hockey against Macon. What's the game plan going into tonight, and how do you make sure you're on top of your game going into 2 against this Macon group? Just got to play marksman hockey. We know what makes us successful, especially against a team like this. We just got to impose our style and rhythm of play, and if we do that, we'll be successful, no problem. Take me inside the locker room, because it seems like the mindset shifts a little bit, where you're going from looking to clinch a playoff spot to now fighting for seeding. Right now you're in 5th. You have 3 games in hand over Quad City in 4th. But what is that like for the group to talk about? We've reached a portion of our goal, and now just looking to get further up in the seeding to have an advantage going into the playoffs. You know what? It's not that big of a concern for us right now. We're mostly thinking about long game. Of course, we want that good seeding in the playoffs. We want to play at home, but we're looking to win a championship here, and no matter who we're going to play, doesn't really matter. We're kind of just building off each game and trying to get better to lead off to a nice run here. Last one for you. I know as a forward, talking about the defensive game may not apply as much, but you do get Jason Polowski back, so now you have a goaltending tandem of Brent Moran and Jason Polowski, arguably one of the best in the league. When you look back there in that goal crease and know that you have 2 guys you're going to be confident in, how does that affect the mindset of the group, and how does that affect a forward looking back there and understanding that you've got some defensive stability? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We know that regardless of who's in net, we know they got our back, and we're going to have theirs as well. So it can give you a little bit more confidence for sure, but you don't want to use that confidence as a negative. So we're going to look to just keep winning here. FX, thanks so much. Thanks, Drew. He's FX Girard, forward for the Fayetteville Marksmen. We'll be right back with more Marksman Hockey right after this.
At Carolina's Dentists and Spring Lake Oral Surgery, we believe in creating a positively different experience.
We are proud to serve Eastern North Carolina, including Fayetteville, Spring Lake, and Raeford.
We use the best in dental technique and technology to make Carolina's Dentist your one-stop shop for quality dental care and oral care.
Book your appointment today to come experience the Carolina's Dentist difference.
Hey, it's Goldie from Good Morning Fayetteville for St. Peter Pest Control. They've been doing my pest control services all summer, and it's been wonderful not to have to deal with ants or mosquitoes the last few months. All that money I saved in calamine lotion. Ray and Preston St. Peter show up, they spray outside, but they also do in-home pest control. So if you have roaches or, dare I say, rodents, they'll take care of them as well, because the last thing you need is unwanted visitors making a nest in your Christmas decorations up in the attic. Call St. Peter Pest Control. They send all your bugs and pests to see St. Peter.
We've showed you fire. We've showed you heat. And now, we'll tell you what it all means. For the first time in team history, we'll rebrand for one night only, giving a nod to a cultural icon that has blazed trails and scorched taste buds. The only question left, do you fear the Reaper?
And of course, rebrand night will be on Saturday, March 19th, with a puck drop at 6 p.m. versus the Birmingham Bulls. The Carolina Reapers in town for one night only. And you can get your own Reapers jersey by visiting thefayettevillemarksmen.com or visiting marksmanhockey.com and clicking our search link. The pre-order for jerseys will end on Friday, March 11th, so time is running out. Just 1 week left to get your hands on a Reapers jersey pre-order. And don't forget, also coming up on Saturday, March 19th, it will be the Fayetteville Eats Food Festival at the Crown Coliseum. You can learn more about a first-of-its-kind event for the Fayetteville Marksmen by skating to marksmanhockey.com/Fayetteville Eats. It's going to be a lot of fun, and tickets are going quickly. This will be an event that you do not want to miss, with already over 20 vendors committed to coming out and allowing you to sample unlimited amounts of their products while supplies last, combining the best of Fayetteville from both the food cuisine and the fun, fast action of hockey. Let's go ahead and have a quick stroll around the SPHL. If you like offense, click on over to what's going on in Knoxville. They're just halfway through the first period. The Huntsville Havoc have a 3-2 lead on the Knoxville Ice Bears. To put that in perspective for you, we're pacing at about a goal every 2 minutes from over there in East Tennessee. That's a fun one. Just dropping the puck in halfway through the first period. The Vermilion County Bobcats and the Evansville Thunderbolts from the David S. Palmer Arena. Vermilion County needs all of their remaining standings points and needs Roanoke to lose all of their remaining standings points to make the playoffs. Dropping the puck here in about 2 minutes. Roanoke is in Peoria tonight. The Rivermen got the better of the Rail Yard Dogs yesterday by a final count of 6-3, dropping the puck in 15 minutes. Birmingham will host Pensacola. Pivotal weekend for all teams involved. And as we tell you, and it bears worth remembering, every game carries a little bit more meaning as we start to mark the trail to playoff time. Second period puck drop between Fayetteville and Macon is next.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Welcome back to the Macon Coliseum, where
Welcome
the
back to Marksman Hockey. Drew
Macon
Blevins.
Mayhem have a 1-0 lead on the Fayetteville Marksmen. Devin Brink scored just a minute and 50 seconds into the first period. It's the only marker we have so far. And the good news, I think, for Fayetteville at this point is they're still in this game. If this had been a first period showing against a team like Quad City, Pensacola, who they'll see at the end of the month, or Huntsville, who they'll see to start April, things could be ugly in a hurry. But it's a period to forget, with chances still to win this game. 20 minutes in the books as we begin this second period of regulation here from Middle Georgia. The Marksmen win the opening draw, and that's already off to a better start than the first was. This is cleared in, but it will be icing as it goes through the legs of the far side forward, FX Girard. Thought he gave a really good interview, insightful, as now we've talked to all the members of that 18, 20, 21 line. Interesting guys and personalities that are, for the most part, very similar. FX Girard is Mr. Sociable between he, Drake Glover, and Matt McNair, and I think you heard a little bit of that personality coming out in his thick Canadian accent. Just a joy to talk to, always with a beaming smile, and been a lot of fun to see what FX Girard has done this season. Already 29 points on the year for Girard, who is quietly in the top 5 for this Marksman group in points. Battle is won by Scott Coash behind the net. He'll push it up to the point. Here's Soper, looks to fire, fans on the shot, recovers on the misplay, and sends it into the near corner. Puck goes up in the air and will bounce in the near side kick plate. Girard will send to, that's Harrison Harper. He'll give it right back to Girard on a give and go, but the Marksmen are offside entering their attacking zone. So we'll get a pause just 49 seconds into the second period. We do apologize for the bumping and banging that you have heard there. This is the tightest press box in the SPHL by a long margin, and it's cozy. Looking over at the play-by-play voice, the Macon Mayhem, Ira Liebman, and he'll give me a nod of approval undoubtedly. Dumped in by the Marksmen, who will play the puck behind their attacking goal line. Fraze and McCloy going after it. Tanner Fraze had it for a moment. A good play made by Cutting to knock it free to the near side corner. Caleb Cameron now scoops it up the near side boards, where it's taken by Andrew Lane. His shot bounces in off the leg pads of Hussey. Played behind the net. This is Tanner Fraze, who's tied up by Draplick. Sends it to Reimers in the far corner. Centers to McCloy. His shot cut down by Hussey, and he'll hang on. It's a good chance for the Marksmen. Probably their best scoring chance all game to this point. Hussey on top of the blue paint there, ready to make a save. And very angular goaltender. What I mean by that is just looking at the way he plays. Very much a stand-up style, but blocky shoulder pads. A noticeably squared-off blocker, and not a particularly active glove hand, which will be interesting to see if the Marksmen look to test that. They'll play behind the net off of a face-off win. Hoffman corralling the puck, sends to the near side hash marks. Reimers overtaken there. And Macon is able to get it to the red line, where Slade will dump it in. Good pressure here by Curtis Hanson, but he's shoved off the puck by the much larger Hoffman, who gave it away. Now a chance spun between the legs of Moran, and he'll pin it between his leg pad and the ice to hang on. Been more than 2 times this game where the Marksmen have had lanes to get the puck out, and they've turned it over in danger areas, and that one nearly costly. 18:08 to go in the second period. The face-off to the near circle in the Fayetteville end. 1-0 Macon in the driver's seat. Lone goal in this hockey game scored by Devin Brink. False start off the face-off as we'll get a reset here. Coash will go against McNair in the circle. And Coash wins it in the near wing, but it's coughed up almost as soon as it got there. Drake Glover bullies his way down the near sideboards. Reynaud blows by his man. And now this puck is taken away by Glover in the near corner. Glover against Bush Anderson, tried to tuck it on the near post. Hussey was sealed. Bodies converge as McNair goes sweeping after the puck, taken away. This is headmanned by Dakota Ulmer found Michael Snow, who will drop for Ulmer in attacking ice. Plays behind the net to Scott Koash. Koash will backhand to the far blue line. Long drive, blocked by Hoffman on the way through. He's got it here. Hoffman with a clean pass to Alex Reynaud. Ahead of the red line, he skates it and will dump it in off of Glover. Into the near corner, picked up by the Mayhem. A head man look to Caleb Cameron. He'll be content to shuck it into attacking ice. Marksmen have 2 defensemen back there to retrieve. They'll break it out on the near boards. This is FX Girard. Is able to get it up to Shane Bednard, who will find Taylor Best. Best is around Kerrigan. Wrap chance. He scores! Taylor Best on nearly the same goal Devin Brink scored. Ties it up on the near side goal post. So early period goals will be the story in this one. This one will come 2:55 into the second period, and Taylor Best will have his 12th goal of the season. An even strength marker and a much-needed goal for this Marksman group. Dumped in below the goal line is going after this one is Hanson. Had it taken away from him, and the Marksmen are right back up on the near side half wall. Bednard's bid is dumped right back in by Joe Draplik. Marksmen will take it over in the near side corner. Here comes Fayetteville, right back up to center, but this one rolls off the stick of FX Girard. It's out to center, and Slade takes it for Macon. Slade will drop it, and Hanson will dump it behind the cage. Macon there, a good play made back behind the net up to the point. This is Draplik. Looking for a shooting lane, will shuck it off for Devin Brink. Brink rolls one toward the cage. It's blockered away by Brent Moran. Into the near side corner it goes. Marksmen get it and are right back out to center. That's Bednard, who will backhand ahead of the attacking blue line. Stolen away by Devin Brink. Brink will give to Draplik, who backhands to the near board for Taylor Cutting. Pressured from behind. Has to give it up for Slade to dump it in. Moran stops it with his paddle. Bednard will get the lone assist on the Best goal. And Bednard will have his 21st assist of the season, now one off the pace set by Don Oliveri in the category. Macon has it at their blue line. Young pushes up for Koash, who backhands it into the skates of Harrison Harper. He'll push it into space for Zach Reimers, who's into the attacking zone, dumping it into the near side corner. McCloy and Bush Anderson fight for the puck there. Koash coming in to join the fray. Koash knocked down as the puck will be scooped up by Fayetteville in the form of Tanner Fraze. Toe drags and bounces it toward the net. It instead will roll to the near corner where Bush Anderson will give to Scott Koash. Koash sends it all the way ahead. This puck will roll on the fresh ice, and this is icing with 15:04 to go in the second period. And in a long change period, a face-off win here for the Marksmen could mean an extended time of attacking zone pressure, something that they've struggled to find throughout the course of this contest. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Greg Hussey. This will be Glover to take the draw. Wins it forward and chases down the puck himself. Centers looking for McNair. The puck elevated on him, but it's held at the point by Andrew Lane out of Aurora University. Played behind the net. This is the large body of Alex Reynaud, who will give to Matt McNair. Pushes up to the near side point. Hard shot delivered on Jarrett Cupp as Macon is able to bounce this one just ahead of the red line. Controlled there by the Marksman, but turned over uncharacteristically by McNair. Koash will dump it in. Fire wagon change coming here for Macon. Played behind the net, and the Marksman will reverse field to the near side board. Skated ahead by Cupp, who will give to Reynaud. Unable to hold the puck, and now a chance for Lambrecht. Driving on Andrew Lane, who catches up with him. Lambrecht centers. Moran took care of it with a goal stick. To the far side boards, McNair comes body to body with Joe Draplik, who will bounce the puck behind of Brent Moran. Jarrett Cupp is there for the Marksman. Has to reverse behind the cage to the far boards, where it's Andrew Lane, who will send it off the far side glass. This puck will settle at the red line and will be controlled by Cody Rogers for the Macon Mayhem. 13:50 to go in this second period. 1-1, Brink and Best, the goal scorers. Rogers shoots it toward the net. Moran will corral a weak shot and hold on for a whistle. 13:49 to go in this second period. 1-1 between Macon and Fayetteville.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Welcome back to Macon, Georgia. Drew Blevins with you on the Marksmen Radio Network and Hockey TV. Taylor Best ties up the hockey game for the Marksmen on a wraparound goal. And it's been 2 wraparounds that have scored tonight. Face-off will be to the glove side of Brent Moran. These two teams will duke it out again tomorrow night. Final trip of the regular season to Macon for the Marksmen. A headman look is all the way up ice. Best will chase it down, beats out the icing call, but he's bodied up by Kerrigan, who knocked the puck free. FX Girard crashing up ice will send it toward the net. Hussey wants a whistle. He'll get it here by scooping the puck up in the catching glove. Also interested to see how Greg Hussey responds to giving up the goal. Hussey has not been at league pedigree so far this season, a 5.48 goals against average and an 8.49 save percentage. Among the bottom 3 in the league amongst all goaltenders. It's minded his P's and Q's here for the most part tonight. Here's an off-angle shot that ricochets off the outside of the net. A takedown on the far boards by Best will draw a penalty. This will be hooking against Bednard, excuse me. And the Mayhem will go to their first power play of the game. The Bednard penalty will come 6:36 into the second period. And the Marksmen go on to the Freddy's penalty kill. You can visit Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers at their location on Ramsey Street. And when the Marksmen kill off a penalty at home, and you present your game ticket at Freddy's, you'll win free custard. That's right. For every penalty killed at the Crown Coliseum, you'll win free custard courtesy of Freddy's. Marksmen are already into a box, and that was an emphasis in film study today for this Marksman group, was figuring out how to kill penalties against a Macon team that, while they have not had league-wide success on the power play, have found success against the Marksmen using that play right there as Slade airmails it over the net, a free clear for the Marksmen. Macon's power play overall is only operating at 12.4% on the season. The Marksmen penalty kill at 82.2% on the year. Macon's power play ranking 10th out of 11 teams in the league. Vermilion County, the only group that has a worse man advantage unit. Meanwhile, the Marksmen penalty kill ranks 7th in the SPHL. To the point, this is Rogers, centers on a give-and-go play as he was looking for Lambrecht, who didn't get good wood on what would have been a one-timer. Fayetteville survives down the length of the rink. Minute to go in the Freddy's penalty kill for the Marksmen. Here's Curtis Hanson. Dumps it in off the end wall. He'll chase it himself. Wraps it around the kick plate to Kyle Soper, awaiting at the far blue line. Soper shucks it to the far side hash mark. That's Cameron in front. They score. Brendan Hussey taps it over Brent Moran. 2-1 Macon. A power play marker from Curtis Hanson, and Macon retakes the lead here. 7:56 into the second period. Fayetteville finds themselves fighting the uphill battle again as Storman will dump it down the near side boards. Draplik to grab it. Double teamed automatically. Reimers will take over the puck for Fayetteville. Reimers Coughs it up. This could be a 2-on-0 after a takedown. No penalty. Here's Snow in front. Brett Moran with a giant save on the odd man rush. Keeps it 2-1. That's huge for Moran and for the Marksmen. That would have extended the lead to 2 in less than 30 seconds. This is Taylor Cutting, who will drop it for Draplick. Gives to the far side wing. Around his man is Dakota Ulmer. Ulmer with a long wrist shot, well wide of the net, off the end wall. Scooped up by the Marksman in the near side corner. They give it away as Coash rolls it toward the front, through the goal mouth, nobody home. Harrison Harper in the far corner to pick it up now for the Marksman. Backhands it up the far wall. This is Best, who will pitchfork at the length of the rink, sending Reamers to go chase it. Beat out by Taylor Cutting by a step, as this puck will bounce ahead of the blue line. Macon will pick it up. This is Kyle Soper on his backhand off the far wall. Dumped in by Curtis Hanson. Harper in for the puck, pressured by Nigel Slade. Will give to Best, who puts it into the skates of Bednard from the penalty box. Bednard will dump it in. Hussey out of his net to play it. Stops it on the edge of the trapezoid, but couldn't play it any further without taking a penalty. Brought ahead nonetheless by the Mayhem. This is Hanson. Gives to the trailer as he was looking for help from Kerrigan. Pins his man on the end wall. That's the former Mayhem Cup. Brought up by the product of Westfield State, FX Girard. Girard spins to the near side corner all the way around the kick plate. Cup in a foot race for it. Wanted to sticks converge. Line will be held by the Marksman. This is Shane Bednard. Bednard, hog-tied, had to give the puck up to space. Looking for lane, taken away. 3-on-2 for the Mayhem, up the far side half wall. This puck up in the air, bouncing. Here's Lambrecht looking for a shooting lane. Sent it right off the stick of Jarrett Cup. Cleared to the near side boards as the Marksmen struggle to break it out. Line held by Bush Anderson. Bush Anderson sends it off the near side boards. Picked up by Jarrett Cup. Feeds it to Bednard, who is unable to get this one out cleanly. Moran out of his net to play the puck. He sends it off the far side corner boards. Picked up by Bednard, who was unable to get around Young. It squirts out to center. Here comes Drake Glover. He's got Bednard going with him. Bednard shielded to the far side board, sends it to Oliveri. He winds up and tees a slap shot. Big rebound in front. Through the legs. They score! Drake Glover on the far side goalpost picks up the rebound and taps it in. We're tied 2-2. Don Oliveri never afraid to tee that one up. He'll have his 23rd assist. Bednard should get one as well on Drake Glover's 13th goal of the season, as this one comes just beyond the halfway point of the game. 10:41 into the second period. Donata's back up at an even score of 2-2. Reamers pushes ahead to the near side boards. McCloy will wrap it around there. That's Fraze, who overskates the puck. Macon back out to center. Here's Michael Snow. Lost the puck crossing the blue line as the Marksman will take it in the form of Don Oliveri. Oliveri gets into attacking ice. Will dump it in all the way around the kick plate. Rogers and Slade are there. Intercepted. Marksman nearly had a chance in the slot. Instead, stolen by Brink. Gives to Slade, who centers to Michael Snow. He's bodied up by Zach Hoffman. As he's dropped, we've got a penalty upcoming. It's going to go against Hoffman for tripping. That is a really tough penalty to swallow, with body contact already established in the far face-off circle. Shane Bednard sees it the same way. 8:42 to go in the second period. 2-2 the score. Macon going to the power play next.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
And the Marksmen go on to the Freddy's penalty kill. They are 0 for 1 today, as the Macon Mayhem seem to have the golden goose against this Marksman penalty kill. Shane Bednard during that break had a long conversation with Chris Henry about that penalty call. And the reason that's such a bitter pill to swallow is because Hoffman had already made body contact with the attacking Macon forward. And while the stick is down on the ice, he never elevated it. It's the reason, if you're the Mayhem, you keep your feet moving. As Brink stepped on the stick of Zach Hoffman and drew a penalty call. And this could be a break for this Macon group here at home. A good start to the penalty kill for the Marksmen, as they'll send it the length of the rink after a face-off win. And now pressure provided by McNair. Kyle Soper getting back to the puck, and Soper will look all the way ahead. Sends it to the near side boards for Brendan Hussey. Hussey turned back. He was initially looking at Hanson, but the Marksmen will take it away and send it the length of the ice. 30 seconds gone by already in the Macon power play. Drapluk will push to Curtis Hanson. Hanson enters the attacking zone, but just beyond the blue line. Harper takes the puck. He sends it down the near wing, and Bednard will go to chase. Hussey out of his net to play it. A clean pass to Caleb Cameron. Cameron ahead of the blue line. Sends to the far side boards for Hanson to set things up. Pressured there by McCloy. Has to put it in space. Slade's there. Gave it away to McCloy. Could be a chance shorthanded. McCloy awaiting reinforcements. He's around Lambrecht, who made a good play to prevent his shot from ever coming off. Minute gone by in the Macon power play. As the Mayhem will stand behind Greg Hussey, their goaltender. 7:30 to go in the second period. 2-2 the score between the Marksmen and the Mayhem. Up the near side board, Slade will give to Brink. Coughs it up at the blue line. Oliveri in a foot race for it. On the near side boards, Oliveri drives toward the net front. Shielded away by Cody Rogers. And Oliveri will send it all the way back to his defensive group. His pitch and catch will be played along the Marksman blue line, and Storman wrists it the length of the rink. It's been a much more calm and composed penalty kill, I think, for the Marksmen, and hasn't really been a hair-on-fire moment since they've tied the hockey game. Here's Mikhail Yunk, who will dump it in. He'll go to chase. Lost his footing on the play as Storman picks up the puck on the near side boards. Gave it away, centering pass. Oh, Moran! Another huge stop! Devin Brink lurking in front, got clean wood on a one-timer, and Moran got across to make the save. Out of the box comes Hoffman as the puck screams back beyond the Macon attacking blue line. Kerrigan has to go back to find it. Here's Brian Kerrigan. Drives down the near wing, but Koash is offside with 6:27 to go in the second period. Brent Moran has had 2 10-bell saves on one-timers in the low slot. .627 remains in this second period, and Brent Moran, well, he's been a gem in a word. He's outplayed his goaltending opponent, but the Marksmen have struggled to find consistent chances in this hockey game offensively. May have one here, but it's one to the near side boards, and a foot race ensues. Ulmer loses the puck at his attacking blue line. Back up the near side half wall. Here's Glover. Gives to the cutting Reynaud, who looked to the slot. Pushed the puck too far ahead. Stolen by the Mayhem. They'll send it all the way down. This will cross the goal line and is icing with just south of 6 minutes to go here in this second period. So an attacking zone draw for the Marksmen. And these little things are the opportunities that the Marksmen may need to capitalize on. We told you in Marksman pregame, you could not overlook your opponent. The Marksmen, for the most part, have. They've tightened the screws here in the latter half of the second period, and they had to simplify and execute, and so far it's been anything but. Oliveri driving in, going to try to do it himself. Centers to the back door. Bednard fans on the one-timer. Here come the Mayhem up ice. Driving is Ulmer. A long wrist shot over the crossbar. Ulmer chasing his own rebound, and he's got it. Dumps it behind the net for Slade to go grab it. Slade unable to corral it, but it'll work up the near side half wall, providing all the pressure that FX Girard wants. Marksmen eventually lift this one up to the red line, where it's controlled by Cutting. He'll slap it directly behind of Brent Moran. Hoffman will go to grab it. Oliveri will take it from Hoffman, sends to the far side wing, and this will be pitchfork ahead by Bednard, who will dump it behind the net. Taylor Best, the first man in. finished on the end wall as this puck will bounce up the near side boards. Reimers is there to stymie the rush back up ice. Reimers will now escort Joseph Draplik all the way behind the net. Mayhem are eventually able to skate this to center with control. This is Slade down the far boards. Long wrist shot goes off the shin pad of Oliveri. Picked up by Zach Reimers. Reimers looking to get around of Cody Rogers. Forced behind the net and lost the puck. Taylor Cutting picks up the loose change for Macon. Cutting gains the red line, dumps it in. Moran catches. Cutting will come in, providing pressure as Sam Storman comes chest to chest with Taylor Cutting. And those two have a couple of extra shoves for each other. 4:33 to go in the second period as the Clans converge to the far side goalpost of Brent Moran. Cooler heads will prevail. We'll step aside for these messages from our corporate partners. This is Marksman Hockey.
Mikey?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
4:33 to go in the second period. The Macon Mayhem and the Fayetteville Marksmen have played each other to a 2-2 deadlock to this point. Goal scored for Macon by Devin Brink, his 10th of the season. And Brendan Hussey, his 6th of the season. Meanwhile, for the Marksmen, Taylor Best opened the scoring early in this frame with his 12th of the year. And Drake Glover tied things up with his 13th of the season. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Brent Moran after Sam Storman and Taylor Cutting came face-to-face with each other. Cutting with a lot to prove after he was taken out early with an injury resulting from a fight with Harrison Harper. And Cutting admitted earlier in the week that did break his nose, and that's a point of pride for Cutting, as he's been known to be the tough guy in every league he's played in, and very rarely does somebody get the better of him in that fashion. Dumped in by the Marksman, is going to chase it as McCloy. He's got it in the near corner. Plays behind the net, is rotating here is Tanner Fraze. Fraze gets a screen. Fraze turns and fires through traffic. Hussey tracks and covers. And though it hasn't been the busiest of evenings for Greg Hussey, you cannot fault the guy, somebody who is not going to make many starts in this league. I mean, he is a bona fide backup goaltender, somebody that when you look at his statistics and his age, you would classify as somewhat past his prime, but having a nice evening here, and like we said, not the busiest of nights, but he's made the saves he's supposed to make. Long drive from the Mayhem is sticked out by Brent Moran. Glover onto the rebound with help from Lane. They're unable to get it out, though, as Koash holds the line. Into the near side corner. Pulled free by Michael Snow, but he's pressured and gives up the puck to Mac McNair. Dumped in by Reno. McNair will go to chase. Mac McNair behind the net, lost the puck. This is Koash now bringing it ahead. Snaps a pass up for Michael Snow out of his reach. Oliveri sends it back up the near side boards. Hard hit delivered as Koash came shoulder to shoulder with McNair on the near side half wall. McNair with a quick look over his shoulder as Oliveri will take the puck and chip it to him. McNair pushes up ice for Reynaud to dump it in. Line change coming for the Marksmen. 3 minutes to go in the second period. Behind the net, Draplik gives it up to the point. It's intercepted. Bednard lofts it on goal, and Hussey will swallow. I think the Marksmen also have to be careful about making this a very sleepy little game. And that is, as you might guess, a very technical term, but it's almost felt like both of these teams are sleepwalking through it. And in the case of the Macon Mayhem, they're enjoying a very good dream and playing one of their better efforts so far this season, especially against the Marksmen. Meanwhile, for Fayetteville, this is a nightmare. It does not seem like the legs have come alive, and Fayetteville fortunate to have two good bounces and one angle misplay by Hussey to tie this game up. Here's a drive from the point, kicked out by Hussey. So the Mayhem get to the rebound in the form of Nigel Slade. Passes around of Zach Hoffman to the far boards. Hanson with a long drive, swallowed by Brent Moran. Moran, meanwhile, facing one of his more elevated shot totals, and he's come up with 3 or 4 really sterling saves to keep the Marksmen at a tie hockey game. And the one that sticks out for me is the one-timer, low slot, almost halfway through this period, that kept it 2-1 in response to the Hussey goal. Here's a drive through traffic by Soper. Never made it to Moran. A centering pass is taken care of by Bednard. So he'll give to FX Girard, who sends to the far side wing. Taylor Best will drive. Best around Cody Rogers, who stuck with him and took the puck away. Rogers finds Zach Lambrecht, the former Knoxville Ice Bear, and he'll give to Kerrigan, who will dump it behind the net. Lambrecht sweeps for Hussey. Hussey looking for a lane. He fires. Moran says no. The Marksman clear only to the blue line. Soper tees up a bit off the end wall, off the back side of the net, as Oliveri escorts Zach Lambrecht behind the cage. Takedown in front as Bednard got tied up with Caleb Cameron. This will be a tripping penalty, and the Marksman will go a man down. Hussey having words as he was the one taken down. And there may be another penalty here. Chris Henry, the referee, wagging his finger. We'll see if there are any other guilty parties. The initial penalty is tripping to Bednard, and that will be it. So a late second period power play upcoming here for the Mayhem, and this is 3 straight penalties against the Marksmen. This one comes 18:05 into the second period, so for all of 5 seconds, there will be a carryover going into the third if the Marksmen can kill this off. Marksmen are 1 for 2 on the Freddy's penalty kill so far in this hockey game. Face-off is won by the Mayhem as Slade will steer to Lambrecht. He'll play that shooting point position. Lambrecht and Rogers playing pitch and catch along the blue line. Now to the near side face-off circle. Brink finds Lambrecht, who will tee it up for Rogers. Long drive through traffic, caught and held onto by Moran. 101 seconds remaining in this contest. Or in the second period of this contest, I should say. I think for the Marksmen, really, the goal now is to get to the locker room at a tie game and try to be the better team in the final 20 minutes. As we've told you, this has not been anywhere close to the Marksmen's best effort, but they're still in it. Here's a slap shot that stings McNair as he blocks it. McNair will look to get off as Fraze sends it all the way to the goal line. Good play by McNair and Fraze, and that's one of the most underrated aspects of Matt McNair's game, is he is a very good penalty killer, and that's one of the reasons why. Here's Slade. Tried to get around Glover, lost the puck. Glover now will send it the length of the rink. Been interested to watch how Corey Melkert is managing his 9 forwards. This is a game where you're not really having to worry about rotating a 10th in, but he's still treating Alex Reynaud as a floating forward. So feels like he's playing with 8th and a bonus wing. So the Marksmen bounce it right back out to center. And I think Reynaud likes that, as he can go and play with any group, but the top line has been broken up, and obviously if you're the Marksmen, you want to see Tommy Biesinger back in the lineup as quickly as you can, as we'll get a whistle on the puck out of play here. But for those of you following along on Hockey TV especially, just keep a real sharp eye on who goes out for 3 or 4 consecutive line changes, and you'll see that what started out as the lineup in the first period has practically been thrown in the round file. 42.5 seconds to go in the second period. Face-off won by the Mayhem. To the far side boards it goes. This is Soper. Touches for Brendan Hussey. On his backhand, Hussey is forced to the far side corner. Will backhand to Kyle Soper, who gives it right back to Hussey at the far hash marks. Hussey looked to probe, instead gives it up for Soper. This is over his stick and right back out to center. Kyle Soper will regroup with 19 seconds to go in the second period. One-touch pass for Cameron, stood up by, Cup, and cleared down by the Marksman. Hussey wants to push it ahead. A dangerous pass. Bounces on Matt McNair, but he'll be able to clear it down the near boards. Just 5 seconds to go. Everybody looking up at the point. Draplik has it. He won't be able to get his shot off as the period comes to a close. Marksmen get the goal back and add one more, but so do the Macon Mayhem. And going to the third period, the score is Macon 2 and Fayetteville 2. We'll have the shots on goal total coming for you right after these messages from our corporate partners. 40 minutes in the books here from Middle Georgia. We'll be back with our second period intermission report right after this.
So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Mikey?
Carolina's Dentists offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen. Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Welcome back to Macon, Georgia. Drew Blevins with you in the broadcast booth as we welcome you into our second period intermission report. The score through 2 periods of play, the Macon Mayhem 2 and the Fayetteville Marksmen 2. Shots on goal in that middle period for the Fayetteville Marksmen 8 and a game total of 12, and for the Macon Mayhem 12 and a game total of 24. And Brent Moran is certainly doing his best to ensure his 11th victory in 13 SPHL starts, but it has been an uphill battle for the Marksmen, who we've described to you have not been fast afoot this evening. They've taken some bad penalties, and it's been symptomatic of the whole team. There really hasn't been a ton of bright spots. The lone one, if you're going to pick one, is Brent Moran, and maybe his second is Taylor Best, who opens the scoring in the second period, 2 minutes and 55 seconds into it. Best with his 12th of the season from Shane Bednard. And Bednard has played very much a Jekyll and Hyde game, as he has 2 assists in the contest, but also 2 penalties, and one that resulted in a power play goal from Brendan Hussey, his 6th of the season, from Caleb Cameron and Curtis Hanson, and that makes it 2-1. And I think that's the goal that really spurred Macon on through the rest of the second period, knowing that they're getting it back, and they're the ones delivering the first punch. The Marksmen do find a way to tie it midway through the hockey game. Drake Glover on a rebound from a Don Oliveri shot. Oliveri with his 23rd assist of the season. Glover with his 13th goal. And then it's been a little bit of a penalty fest. Zach Hoffman took a dubious tripping penalty at the midway media timeout. Marksmen were able to kill that, and then Shane Bednard with a late penalty here in the second period. 5 seconds left for him to serve. So what you would call a practical penalty kill. And the Marksmen have looked a lot sharper. But again, that power play goal for Macon by Brendan Hussey really will push the energy for this Macon group, and I think it's important to keep a sharp eye on how Macon comes out in the first 5 minutes of this period. Marksmen are still going to be favored to win this game, even though they have not played well by any stretch of the means. For Corey Melkert, the message right now has to be, all right, you played 2 ugly periods, you've scored 2 goals in the last one, find a way to do that here, and we'll let our goaltender secure the win for us here this evening. But not a game you want to lose tonight, especially knowing that you're not going to get any help. And we'll tell you what that means and elaborate a little bit more on that coming up during our score update later on in the second period intermission. As it stands right now, a 2-2 score between Macon and Fayetteville. We'll pause for these messages from our corporate partners. Coming back on the other side, we'll answer some of your listener-submitted questions from right up here in the broadcast booth. This is Marksman Hockey.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey you, are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
At Carolina's Dentists and Spring Lake Oral Surgery, we believe in creating a positively different experience.
We are proud to serve Eastern North Carolina, including Fayetteville, Spring Lake, and Rayford.
We use the best in dental technique and technology to make Carolina's Dentist your one-stop shop for quality dental care and oral care.
Book your appointment today to come experience the Carolina's Dentist difference.
We welcome you back to the Macon Coliseum, part of the Macon Centerplex here in Macon, Georgia. Drew Blevins with you. Time for our Ask the Voice segment where we endeavor to answer a couple of your questions right up here in the broadcast booth. If you want to have one of your questions answered on a future edition of Ask the Voice, all you have to do is email me at dblevins, that's DBLEVINS, at marksmanhockey.com with your name, where you're listening from, and a good question about hockey with the Fayetteville Marksmen organization. Our first question comes from Macy, who's listening out in Fayetteville. Macy wants to know, are there any major rule differences between the SPHL and the NHL? This is a fantastic question, and one that we've touched on briefly but not extensively during this segment. You've got to understand the SPHL as a developmental league for the ECHL, the AHL, and ultimately the NHL does have a lot of rule similarities with the National League. And it's one of those things that you've got to get really nuanced to find what those differences are, because it could be very little things. It could be down to what the commissioner's lateral power is for giving out fines or giving out suspensions based on hits. Of course, there is always the Player Safety Committee in the NHL, and it is the Director of Officials, Andy McElman, who is the advisor in the SPHL. So not nearly as much red tape, if you will, in the SPHL with a smaller league office, but that's really the major difference. The only other thing that I can tell you that really jumps out in my mind as a difference, the SPHL is the only one of all 5 major hockey leagues in North America that uses a 3-official system. This was a long-time standard in the NHL and across the game to have 1 referee and 2 linesmen, but in the Federal League, the ECHL, the AHL, and the NHL, they've all moved to 4-man officiating systems with 2 referees and 2 linesmen. And there are various and sundry reasons for doing that. It is an opportunity to keep costs low for teams who, of course, are paying for their officials without a union of officials that the league supports, being one of them, but also it really keeps the game of hockey true to what a lot of SPHL fans remember it being in the 90s and the early 2000s, and it does make for a fun game that typically, compared to other leagues, does not have as many penalties called. And even here tonight, we've only seen 4. To compare it to the ECHL and the Federal League, you're looking through 2 periods of play having somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 to 9 penalties called. So it does keep the game flowing, and that is arguably the most noticeable difference in the SPHL and the NHL rulebook. Our other question comes from Kristen, who is listening in Wilson, and Kristen wants to know which player of an opposing team has been the most fun to cover. And Kristen, that's a difficult question, and one of the ones that I don't know if I'm adequately able to answer, because I think there are so many guys that have been just genuinely good guys. The sport of hockey really doesn't have a lot of guys that are just distasteful or dishonorable people. There are very few disagreeable hockey players, and it's part of what makes my job so great is being able to bring you the stories of these wonderful human beings and their athletic accomplishments. I will say that it was a really cool moment for me in the tunnel when Roanoke last came to town to be able to reunite with Henry Dill, who's been somebody that I've pulled for. Dill and I both share a love of World War II history and certainly have had at-length discussions when I was covering him as a member of the Carolina Thunderbirds before his permanent call-up back in December of 2019. And it's really been a lot of fun to watch his career progress, and certainly excited for him as an individual to have the opportunity to stick up here, albeit with a rival team. So that was a cool moment. And also getting to see some of the guys play that I've had the opportunity to call their games before. Had a close relationship with Tommy Sikos and the opportunity to speak with him prior to Sunday's contest in the hallway while they were playing soccer, warming up. But those are the guys for me that I think make the difference, and my favorite guys to cover are the guys that I know and the guys that I've experienced the game with. And of course, you love seeing really good hockey players for opposing teams flourish. Shane Bennett being one of the top 5 scorers in the league last weekend, and obviously the Marksmen don't play against the Peoria Rivermen, but Alec Hageman comes to mind as one of those SPHL legends that very similar to the New York Yankees. You love him or hate him, and there's really no in-between. But, Kristen, I hope I did a good job answering your question, because for me it is those experiences and those conversations in passing that really make my job fun in sharing all of these stories with you fine people. That'll do it for us during our Ask the Voice segment. If you want to have one of your future questions answered on Ask the Voice, all you have to do is email me at dblevins, that's DBLEVINS, at marksmanhockey.com with your name, where you're listening from, and a good question about the game of hockey or the Marksmen organization. We'll go around the SPHL and the world of sports right after this.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
For the final time during our second period intermission report, we welcome you back inside the Macon Centerplex. Let's go for a quick spin around the SPHL. We'll start things off with the offensive slugfest in Knoxville, where the Ice Bears and the Huntsville Havoc have played each other to a 4-4 tie halfway through the hockey game there. And while it may not ostensibly make a lot of difference, that series is really, really big for Huntsville to try to get back on top of Knoxville. The winner of that game, so long as it is in regulation, will keep sole possession of first place in the SPHL. Moving right along, the Evansville Thunderbolts have a 2-0 lead on Vermilion County halfway through the hockey game. There as the Bobcats look to avoid playoff elimination tonight. At the end of the first period, Peoria has jumped out to a 3-0 lead on Roanoke and just about to drop the puck on period number 2. Pensacola Ice Flyers leading Birmingham in Pelham 1-0. From around the world of sports, the Carolina Hurricanes losing to the Pittsburgh Penguins halfway through the first period, 2-1 the score in Raleigh. Earlier today in the Women's ACC Tournament, Virginia Tech with an 87-80 overtime win over North Carolina. And the NC State Lady Wolfpack, well, they just keep rolling along as they defeat Florida State 84-54, as State is in pursuit of their third straight ACC women's title. And it looks like they're also going to head to the school's first #1 overall seed in an NCAA tournament regional. So congratulations to Wes Moore, the ACC Women's Basketball Coach of the Year, and the Wolfpack as they look to win their third straight ACC tournament. Work to be done here. 2-2 the score. Somebody's going to win it. We'll find out who next.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
"20 minutes to go in regulation here from the Macon Centerplex in Macon, Georgia. The Mayhem have played one of their best games of the season to this point and have kept the vaunted Marksman offense at bay. The score, 2-2, with the winner to be decided. And whether it be in regulation here in the next 20 minutes of hockey time or we require overtime remains to be seen. Scott Koash will take the face-off against Taylor McCloy. The Marksmen will need to kill off 5 seconds of a Shane Bednard minor. They win the face-off forward into Greg Hussey's end. Bednard's out. We return to 5-on-5 hockey. Fraze backhands it right to Dakota Ulmer. Here he comes, but we've got a penalty in the back play. This is going to be a hooking penalty. Who's the guilty party? It looks like it's going to go against the Macon Mayhem, and it is. It's Scott Koash to take the penalty. Hooking is the call. And the Marksmen will go to a power play just 12 seconds into this third period. Marksmen are 0 for 1 on the St. Peter Pest Control power play this evening. Glover will steer it back for Don Oliveri to start things up on the man advantage. Centers to the middle as Fraze gives back to Oliveri, fakes the slap shot and pushes to Taylor Best at the top of the near face-off circle. He centers for a backhander on goal by Fraze, swept out by Hussey and cleared the length of the rink by the Mayhem. It's a good opportunity in front. It wasn't a fast play, but it was well executed on a little touch pass to Fraze. Don Oliveri will be the one to skate the puck ahead here for the Marksman. He'll drive in, looking to split the defense. He gets upended and flipped over a man's back as everybody has to touch up. Bednard with a crafty play to the near side wing. Best is right back into attacking ice, looking for Glover. The pass taken away, and the Mayhem clear. Well, Don Oliveri is known for being the flipper, not the flippee. And he went for a little ride there. That's rare. Andrew Lane in his SPHL debut carries the puck up for the Marksman. He'll work up the near side boards, head up as he gets to the hash marks, finds Reynaud, scoops one on goal, kicked out by Hussey, and the rebound cleared. Marksmen have 3 shots on goal during this power play. None of them necessarily quality scoring opportunities, but a much better execution on this go-round compared to what they had earlier in the game. This is Reimers dumping it into the near side hash marks. Macon will take it and flip it the length of the rink. 39 seconds remaining in the man advantage as Brent Moran will set this one on a tee for Andrew Lane. Lane looked at Reimers for a second. Miscommunication. Everybody recovers on the puck. Lane finds Reimers' far side wing. He'll center to McCloy into the attacking zone with a pass to FX Girard in the near corner. Goes to the point for Andrew Lane. Swept across for Reimers. Right back for Lane, who will quarterback. Lane on his forehand, plays to Reimers down the far side boards. Reimers looking behind the net. He was trying to find McCloy, who got tied up. Pinching to hold the line is FX Girard. Girard to the near corner for McCloy. 5 seconds to go in the man advantage. FX Girard to the point. Lane thought about his shot, instead works to the far side blue line. Plays it back behind the net. Puck battle ensues there. Reimers wins it to Taylor McCloy. He's got it on his forehand. He fires, blocked on the way through. It's picked up by FX Girard, who will look into the near side corner. Centering pass goes wide of Reynaud, and sagging back to hold it for the Fayetteville Marksmen is Hoffman. Play to the near side wing, looking at Jarrett Cupp, taken away from him by Koash, fresh out of the box. So we return to 5-on-5 hockey. On the near side boards, Young tried to scoop it ahead. Cupp takes it away on the near side boards. Cleared right back into attacking ice by the Mayhem. This is going to be icing as Hoffman's the furthest man back. 17-10 to go in the third period. Power play chance squandered by the Marksmen. But an attacking zone draw upcoming. And a new group onto the ice for Fayetteville here. And You get a sneaky suspicion this could be a line that makes a difference, and it's McNair with Glover and Reynaud. They were the ones who accounted for the first 8 points between goals and assists by the Marksmen on February 18th. Long shot from the point, blocked and intercepted by Michael Snow. He'll push to Koash on the far side blue line. So Young will take it right back at center. Gives ahead to Koash, who will dump it in on goal. Moran has it in his glove, wanted to play it out. Young providing pressure will not allow him to. And so the face-off will stay in the Marksman end. After this weekend, the Marksmen will enjoy season-long homestand of 5 games. 2 against Macon on Friday, March 11th and Saturday, March 12th. First Responder Appreciation Night and Rocky versus Rambo Night in short order. And then a quick turnaround, a Thursday game at 10 a.m. for the Marksman annual school day game against Roanoke. A little one-shot. And then staying at home to take on the Birmingham Bulls on Dad Bod Appreciation Night, Friday, March 18th. That's going to be a fun one. And the one everybody's been waiting for, Carolina Reapers Rebrand Night on Saturday, March 19th, and the Fayetteville Eats Food Festival beforehand. Tickets are still available for all those games by visiting marksmanhockey.com, clicking the Tickets tab. Skated into attacking ice here by the Mayhem. It's played back behind the net by Nigel Slade, who looks to go on a little rush here. Instead, he loses the puck behind the net to Don Oliveri, who will hold for the Marksmen. Brought up ice by Fayetteville. That's Gerard, who will push to Zach Hoffman, the defenseman. Waits at the blue line, sends a shot that goes off the shin pad of Hussey. And the rebound bounces on him, so the Marksmen keep the line. Here's a shot from Best. Blocked on the way through. As getting in the way was Caleb Cameron. Cameron engaging for the puck on the near side half wall here. Pulled free by the Marksman as Cup will work across for Hoffman. Sends to FX Gerard, top of the near circle. Best in the dirty area in front. Gerard turning as Best gets out of there. Now Bednard will drop and give it to Taylor Best. Far side face-off circle. Saucers to Jarrett Cup, who's unable to corral the puck. Cup does a great job to shield away Caleb Cameron. Finds FX Gerard, and the Marksmen quell a chance. Bednard works to the far side boards. This is Taylor Best, trying to cut in with control. Instead, he loses the puck to Koash, who sends it to the far side wing. Lambrecht unable to get it out on the first try. A good stick check by Best. He's got it now. Centers to Reimers. Tied up in bodies. Koash comes away with it. He'll backhand beyond the blue line as Andrew Lane's on his horse to grab it. Lane backhands to Jarrett Cup. Cup will push it up ice. A crisp pass to Reimers. Gives to Fraze, who drives it on his backhand. And Hussey kicks it out. Marksmen get the rebound. Reimers in the slot. He turns and fires off of Michael Snow. Reimers onto the rebound. Played behind the net for Bednard. Slides by Koash. Bednard looks at the point. He'll skate it there. Drops for Cup. The pass intercepted by Snow. Cup recovers on it. Keeps the line. Behind the net for Reimers. Rolls it around to the near side boards. Lane unable to hold it. And now a chance for Ulmer. But Jarrett Cup jumps in front of him. Cup plays off the far boards. As up ice comes Taylor McCloy. Sends it off the far side half wall, dumping it in. Taylor cutting is there. We've got a penalty. This is going to be too many men. And I think it's going to go against the Mayhem. It will. 14:23 to go in this third period. The Marksmen poised to go on the power play right after this.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
14:23 to go in the third period of a 2-2 hockey game between the Fayetteville Marksmen and the Macon Mayhem. It's been a game to remember for this home team in Macon. One of their best efforts, arguably, since October 29th in a 4-3 shootout loss. Marksmen will go to the St. Peter Pest Control power play. They are 0 for 2 today, but a chance to take the lead for the first time in this hockey game lies on the doorstep of the vaunted black and orange. Face-off is won by the Mayhem. Cutting, fumbles with the puck for a moment, then is able to shoot it around Oliveri and out. Oliveri will work to the far side corner. And he'll skate it up himself. Oliveri gets around of Lambrecht and will drop it to Bednard. Cross-ice pass to Taylor Best down the near side wing. Drop to Glover. Puck intercepted. Macon with yeoman's work just to get it back out to the red line. Marksman reset at center. Oliveri to the far wing. That's Bednard. He's got Best driving the net. Instead drops for Oliveri. Don Oliveri has space to work, quarterbacking the power play, fakes the slap shot, finds Bednard far face-off circle. Slides it off of Taylor Cutting, gets the rebound. Oliveri tees up a one-timer, missed over the net. It'll catch high on the glass. Best settles the rebound to Oliveri, who will give across to Bednard. Back to the point, Oliveri. Quarterbacking in an umbrella. Gives to the far side wing. That's Bednard. Pushed to Drake Glover in the near side post. He's unable to get his shot off. Minute gone by, the Marksman man advantage. To top of the far face-off circle, Bednard drives, play below the goal line. This is Glover working in front, tried to find Best on the back door. Everybody resets. Best gives up to the point, he'll hold the line. Taylor Best to the near side face-off circle. Cross-ice pass to Bednard. He winds, fakes the slap shot, now sends to Glover back behind the net. Pass too hot to handle off the end wall. Best pinches to grab it. Sends to the near side blue line. That's Don Oliveri. He winds, fakes the slap shot, pushes to the far face-off circle. That's Bednard. He'll troll and work around behind the net. Gives to Best. Centers in front. Glover fires. Blocked on the way through. Rebound chance. Hussey kicks it out. 25 seconds to go on the power play as Best holds the line. Taylor Best will get some assistance. He's coming in to grab the puck is Tanner Fraze. Up to the point now. Bednard finds Taylor Best near circle. Winds and fires a slap shot, blocked on the way through by Draplick. Best has the rebound. Gets some help from Oliveri to hold the line. 5 to go in the power play. Oliveri, near side corner. Don Oliveri gives up to the point. Best will sweep it across for Bednard. Bednard tees it up and fires an off-angle shot. Will catch the boards. Here comes Ethan Bush Anderson, who is serving the too-many men minor. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Bush Anderson's got his man. Gives in front. Brent Moran flashes leather and keeps us tied. Holy mackerel, what a save. That was a 2-on-0 at the end of the sequence. And Brent Moran commits grand larceny on Ethan Bush Anderson. That's massive. Face-off won by the Mayhem, who scoop it in front. This one a much calmer save for Moran, who melts it down. Oh, my stars. That's unbelievable. Well, that's 3 highlight reel saves for Brent Moran in this hockey game at a minimum. At a minimum. And that one could make a highlight reel of any variation in any league on any night. That's huge. Marksmen try to get it out right up Broadway, and they will, as Cup sends it off the near glass all the way down. Icing is waved. Behind the net, this is Reimers crashing for the puck. Had it for a moment, double-teamed. As the Marksmen look to drive it right to the slot. Reimers finds McCloy. He gives up to the point. Cup winds and fires. Blocked on the way through. Dakota Ulmer gets it out to center as he's taken down from behind. Will keep going. Kerrigan loses the puck to McCloy. He's slashed at. McCloy fights through it at the red line. He'll dump it in. Behind the net, Macon will get to it. Headman look goes off the stick of Young. This will negate icing as Harper's in first. On his backhand to Sam Storman. Right up the near side boards to Reynaud, who was unable to catch up to the pass. McNair will come to the rescue. He's got it at the red line. Battles his way through contact. Finds Drake Glover. Glover centers a diving play made by Draplick to take away the passing lane. Macon right back up the near side boards. This is Young. Mikhail Young fights into attacking space. Centers off of Reynaud with a good back-checking play. Puck taken here by the Marksman, only for a moment though. Young handcuffs his man, but Reynaud's able to get it out to McNair. 3-on-2 defensively. McNair sees it. He'll backhand into the attacking zone and get off for a line change. Top group out for the Marksman. Young will dump it in. No, he didn't. Mikhail Young arguing his case. Thought he tipped it into the zone. Officials say he did not, so the Marksman will have a face-off in their attacking end and no change for the Mayhem. 10:34 to go in the third period. So the face-off will go to the blocker side of Greg Hussey. It's won by Macon to the far side corner. This is Hanson. Drops behind the net for Taylor Cutting. Cutting peering up ice. Sends it off the far side boards to Devin Brink, who will touch to Nigel Slade. Slade upended by Oliveri. Brink comes in, centers for Slade, who got tied up by Oliveri again. Now the Marksmen have numbers rushing up the ice. That's Bednard. Gives to Oliveri. Drops for Hoffman, who had his stick lifted by a back-checking Devin Brink. The puck goes back out to center as Fayetteville dumps it in. Retrieving is Kyle Soper. A headman look is taken away by Reimers. Reimers body checked, and now Slade with a chance. Slade backhands to the slot over the stick of the driving Brian Kerrigan. Marksmen have it coming back the other way. Laid in below the goal line. Marksmen will lose possession as Caleb Cameron takes it up the far side half wall. Gives to Brendan Hussey. Drives ahead of the blue line, dumping it in. Hussey has the puck for a moment, though. He's tied up. McCloy gets to it. Found Reimers. Back for McCloy on the far side boards. Now Reimers again. Has to backhand looking for Andrew Lane, who has it with pressure on his back. Lane kicks it forward for Jarrett Cupp. Responsible defenseman with good hands. Brings it ahead. Here's Cupp. He's going to drive it down the near side boards himself. Centers at the last minute to Fraze, who plays it off the end wall. Looking for help, none coming. Making right back out to center. This is Kerrigan, the defenseman, hopping up in the rush. Chips it off of Cupp, who took it in the throat. He's reaching up to see if he's bleeding. Seems to be all good as Moran will play it to the far defenseman. That's Lane. Back for Cupp on the near side. Gave to Reynaud, who wants to reverse field. Andrew Lane gains the red line. Dumps it in. Cutting, awaiting the puck there. Took a hard shot, but makes a play. Ahead for Michael Snow. Sidesteps his man. That's Harrison Harper. Lost control of the puck. Flings it toward the slot. Ethan Bush-Anderson has to hold the line, far blue line. Played directly behind the net for Mikhail Young. McNair coming to grab the puck. Here's a shot. They score! It counts! Moran says no way! Chris Henry has a good goal. Brent Moran is screaming. It looked like it went off the far goal post. There is no video review in the SPHL. It's Koash who is going to have the goal here. Brent Moran is pointing at the goal judge. That's the only way the goal can be reviewed. And Chris Henry's going to go talk to him. They'll speak between the break and the glass. The goal will count. Scott Koash gives Macon a third period lead with 8:25 to go in the hockey game. Mikhail Young and Cody Rogers will have the assists as this game just got a lot more interesting. Goal scored by Koash will be his 13th of the season. Here come the Marksmen up the near side boards. Driving in is FX Girard. Superb play made by Kyle Soper to take the puck from his stick. Now Hoffman centers through traffic just wide of the far post. Marksmen center it again. Here's a chance off the stick of Bednard. Rolling puck picked up by the Mayhem. They'll backhand beyond the red line. 7:45 to go in the third period. To the far side corner it goes. Zach Hoffman picks up the puck as he rolls behind Brent Moran. So the Marksmen find themselves on a time crunch. And again, no video review in the SPHL. All off-ice officials, including goal judges, supplied by the home team. And that happened so quickly that I don't think anybody in the building got a true good look at it. Greg Hussey will cover the puck here. 7:20 to go in this third period. The Mayhem have a 3-2 lead.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Scott Koash has given the Macon Mayhem a 3-2 lead over the Fayetteville Marksmen. 7:20 to go in this third period, 3-2 the score. A lot of credit to my right-hand lady on game days. That's Macy Curry, who is sending over a replay of that goal to be viewed up here in the broadcast booth. And though y'all won't be able to see it, we'll do our best to tell if that puck went in. Chris Henry did review it the SPHL's allowable way, talked to the goal judge. Goal stands after conversation. The Marksmen have found themselves down in this building late in the third period only once this season. Came back on October 29th. They came back and won the game in a shootout. This is Jarrett Cupp. Stands up his man on a hard hit. Charging ahead is Draplick. He's tripped up on the play as the Marksmen get to the puck. Up the near side boards is Tanner Fraze. Loses to Cody Rogers, who will play back behind the net. Devin Brink goes to pick it up. Brink sends it off the far side half wall. Marksman will touch up, chasing it here. Glover pull cued ahead, but lost it. The Marksman will grab it back at the red line. This is Taylor Best. He shoots off a stick on the way through. The puck will be taken off the far side boards. Driven ahead by the Mayhem. This is Nigel Slade looking for a lane. Instead rolls on to Moran, who will melt it. 6:23 to go in this hockey game. 3-2 Mayhem. Brent Moran, somebody who is known to have a lot of words in passing for opponents, teammates, and officials alike, and still has words for Chris Henry, as we'll get a pause off the face-off as the blind side wings have to set. Face-off at the far circle. The Mayhem attacking zone, and Macon wins it. Here's a long drive on the way through traffic by Rogers. Scooped up by the Marksman. They're onside. Breakaway for Best on his backhand. Hussey says no! On the far post. A huge stop for Greg Hussey. Up to the near blue line. Hoffman tees it up through traffic. Hussey got a piece of that with a goal stick. Now Taylor Best pushes to the point. Oliveri tees it up through traffic. The rebound loose. Hussey melts it down. And now we're going to have a war in front. Bednard and Mikhail Young hog tie each other, and Bednard drops Young in short order. Both guys will go to the penalty box after that. 5:54 to go in the third period. Young and Bednard to the box. Taylor Best with some parting words for Macon's 57. This is going to create some space. So it'll be matching roughing minors. We'll go 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Well, this has been a game that's been filled with some vim and vitriol, and Macon came ready to play, and the Marksmen are still trying to shake out of the doldrums of a slow start. Fact of the matter is, even if that replay makes its way over to the broadcast booth and the puck did not go in, it's one of those situations for the Marksmen that this should not be a game that's even in close question. And in looking at the replay of that Scott Koash goal, it's really tough to tell from the lone camera angle we have. And the word we'll have to use is inconclusive, and of course, really doesn't matter what we say up here. It's a 3-2 lead for the Macon Mayhem. Headman look is Macon trying to drive for a little more. Here's Hussey, his wrist shot blocked by Andrew Lane. Jarrett Cupp to the rebound, 4-on-4 for the next 5 minutes. And a lot of open space. The Marksmen have some speedsters out there. Here's one of them. It's Matt McNair. Has Lane going with him. McNair centers off a stick on the way through. This puck does bounce out to center. Jarrett Cupp backhands to Andrew Lane, the rookie. Lane ahead of the blue line. Gives to Taylor Best, who tried to find McNair. Chopped out of midair legally on a good play made by Soper. Finds Lambrecht. He centers, looking for Slade. Puck is intercepted, and the Marksmen have it 3-on-2, just out of the reach of McNair. Hoffman has to come back and find it in the near side corner. Zach Hoffman skates ahead. He passes it off of a Macon skate. McNair picks up the loose change. Matt McNair on the far side half wall will give to Don Oliveri, who wants to settle the pace. 55 seconds to go, 4-on-4 time. Up the far side boards, that's McCloy. He'll drop for Zach Hoffman. Hoffman totes it up himself. He'll give to Oliveri. Tees it up, Oliveri shoots. Hussey swallows. It's not the biggest crowd here in Macon, but it's one that is into this game. They're 4:35 away from scoring an upset win over Fayetteville. We go down the stretch right after this.
We've showed you fire. We've showed you heat. And now we'll tell you what it all means. For the first time in team history, we'll rebrand for one night only, giving a nod to a cultural icon that has blazed trails and scorched taste buds. The only question left, do you fear the Reaper?
Carolina Reapers rebrand night will be on Saturday, March 19th. The Crown Coliseum with the Fayetteville Eats Food Festival happening beforehand. You can learn more about the food festival or get your tickets by logging on to marksmanhockey.com/Fayetteville Eats. So here it is on a tee. The Macon Mayhem have a 3-2 lead on the Fayetteville Marksmen. 4:35 to go in the third period. We're 4-on-4 for 41 seconds. The Mayhem have doubled up the Marksmen in shots nearly all game long. Face-off right in front of Greg Hussey on his glove hand side, won by the Marksmen, as Fraze will find Taylor McCloy. McCloy in the far side corner, looking to work it up to the point, trading places with Hoffman. He'll give the puck to him. Centers right through the goal mouth. Hussey gets a piece of it. Now at the near blue line, Tanner Fraze dumps it low. It's intercepted by Draplick. He'll skate it beyond center. Joe Draplick drops for Koash. He pulls the trigger off the chest pad of Moran, and he'll cover. Brent Moran has come up with a handful of massive, massive saves. But right now he needs a bailout from his offense just to get this game into overtime and take points. This is not a game Fayetteville wants to lose. As Marksmen win the faceoff, this is Taylor Best hanging on to the puck with 5 seconds of 5-on-5 remaining. Bednard poised to join the rush. Pass is turned over by Andrew Lane. 2-on-2 for Macon as we return to five-a-side hockey. Bednard takes down his man and has the puck. Bednard sends to the far side boards for Lane. Lane sends it all the way ahead. Gerard can't corral the bouncing biscuit. Right back up to center. This is Jarrett Cupp. Marksmen touch up. They're onside. Cupp looking for Bednard as he's watched closely by Curtis Hanson. Gives up to the point. Spun to Cupp. His slap shot blocked. Gets his own rebound. He looked for Andrew Lane, who had already pulled out of the zone. Everybody regroups at center. Cupp holds the puck. Gives ahead to Bednard as this puck rolls up his stick to Taylor Cutting. Cutting loses possession initially to Best. Just whacks at it. Got it to center, but the Marksmen will dump it right back in. 3:10 to go in the third period. All the way around the boards. Nigel Slade has it. Best looking for a moment. We've got a penalty upcoming. It's going to be too many men, and it's going to go against the Mayhem. So a chance for the Marksmen late on another too many men on the ice penalty. Ethan Bush Anderson will serve it. The penalty comes 16:55 into the third period. The Marksmen are 0 for 3 on the power play here this evening. And if there's a time to convert on the St. Peter Pest Control power play, it is now. Corey Melker wants to talk it over. And Chris Henry will signal the timeout for the Marksmen. We put this game on reset for you. Devin Brink opened the scoring for the Mayhem a minute and 50 seconds into the contest with his 10th of the season. The Marksmen would have to wait until early in the second on a wrap goal by Taylor Best to tie it. Then Brendan Hussey scores on the power play, lifting it over the short side of Brent Moran. Drake Glover would retie the hockey game, putting in a rebound from a Don Oliveri goal. And despite the fact the Marksmen have been worlds better here in this third period, a controversial goal by Scott Kowash, lifting it over the short side, blocker side of Brent Moran, has given the Mayhem a 3-2 lead. The Fayetteville Marksmen, though, have a 2-minute St. Peter Pest Control power play on the doorstep here waiting for them. We'll keep an eye on Brent Moran if that time comes. But I would imagine Corey Melkert, who is much more conservative in pulling his netminder, is going to wait until very late in this power play. Bednard, Fraze, Glover, Best, Oliveri, the power play unit for Fayetteville. It's a face-off win for the Marksmen as Bednard will give it to Don Oliveri. Oliveri winds, fakes the slap shot, gives to Bednard. He's across for Best off of his skate, tips to Oliveri. Oliveri winds and fires through traffic. Hussey says no and melts the rebound. This was a Marksman man advantage unit that held possession for almost a minute and 30 seconds without coughing it up, had 4 shots on their last power play, did everything but score. Greg Hussey, massive in this third period. 2:51 to go in it, 3-2. The Marksmen trailing the Mayhem. Face off to the far circle and the Fayetteville attacking in, and Jim Callan will blow the whistle to back off Taylor Cutting and Tanner Fraze. Marksmen win the draw again. Oliveri will tee it up, settling the puck, backhands to Bednard at the far boards. Bednard plays behind the net, centering pass. Greg Hussey with a huge stop on Taylor Best to the near post. Now Bednard will reset for the Marksmen. Bednard to the point for Oliveri. He'll probe and look. Minute 29 to go on the man advantage. Tees it up for a one-timer over top the net. Bednard pinching in, trying to hold the line. He cannot as this puck's up in the air. Awkwardly batted at by Oliveri. Macon will get it out. Brent Moran looking up ice. No change for the Marksman power play unit. A minute and 10 seconds to go in the St. Peter Pest Control power play. Brent Moran goes to the bench. 6-on-4 advantage for the Marksman. Nearly turned over at center. Best driving in forward. He's got it. Gives to Drake Glover, who will get some help here. Fraze all the way to the point for Oliveri. Pushes to the far wing. This is Bednard. 6-on-4 advantage. Oliveri receives the pass between his skates. 50 to go in the power play. Taylor Best backhands to Oliveri. He's got space to Bednard, far circle. Bednard fakes the shot. Gives it into the middle. Here's a one-timer. Hussey catches and holds. You won't get a better opportunity than that. Tanner Fraze knows it. Hussey got a piece of it with the backside of the paddle and cradled it into his body. 42 seconds to go on the Marksman power play. A minute and 47 seconds to go in this third period. Face-off is a tie-up. Macon gets to the loose puck all the way around the kick plate. Best holds the line near side point. Gives to Oliveri. Slaps it behind the net for Drake Glover. Backhands to Taylor McCloy in the near side corner. McCloy lost the puck. Best holding the line. Taylor Best sends it all the way around the kick plate. Just 20 seconds to go on the man advantage. Puck on the far side boards. It's Bednard for the Marksman. Bednard looking behind the net. Drake Glover gives it right back for Bednard. Bednard holding himself. Cross-ice pass for Best. He shoots, blocked on the way through. Marksmen have the rebound. This is the captain, McCloy, with 5 to go in the power play. McCloy up to the point for Oliveri. Standing in the box is Bush Anderson. He's out. Here's Oliveri with a one-timer. Blocked. Oliveri's got his own rebound. 6-on-5 advantage for the Marksmen. Minutes to go in the hockey game. Cleared off of the body. Nigel Slade onto the rebound for Macon. Unable to get it around 3 Marksmen. Centering pass to Tanner Fraze. He's got it up to the point. Oliveri holds the line. Scramble for the puck. Gives to Bednard to the far side boards. Shane Bednard plays below the goal line. Centering pass pushed just wide by Best, who is in front. Now everybody resets. Oliveri at the point. Holding the line here. 38 seconds to go. He gives right into the middle. Everybody diving for the puck. Macon unable to get it out cleanly. Line held by Bednard. Just 30 seconds to go in the hockey game. Bednard all the way up for Oliveri. He fires through traffic over the crossbar. The rebound swept toward the net. Kept out by Hussey. Rebound to the far side corner. Macon's got it. They can't clear. Oliveri dumps it back in, 15 seconds to go. Takedown in back of the net, slashing. And that will do it. Slashing is the penalty, and then an unsportsmanlike conduct to boot. Taylor Best's night is done. For the first time in 3 years, the Macon Mayhem are going to defeat the Fayetteville Marksmen in regulation. It was March 2nd, 2019, the last time it happened. 13 seconds away, this place will explode. Two minutes for slashing, a 10-minute misconduct for Taylor Best. Corey Melkert looks on with his head hung. So the Fayetteville Marksmen would have been the only team to complete a season sweep over a single opponent, playing more than 10 times against each other this year. That is in serious jeopardy. The Marksmen win the draw as Harrison Harper backhands it up the near blue line. Brian Kerrigan will dump it in. 5 seconds to go in this hockey game. Centering pass for good measure. Doesn't matter. It's over. The Macon Mayhem pull the upset on this Friday night, and they defeat the Fayetteville Marksmen 3-2. And the Fayetteville Marksmen will quickly head down to their dressing room. This will set up a rematch tomorrow between these two sides. The Macon Mayhem scored their 8th win of the season, their first of the year over the Fayetteville Marksmen by a final score of 3-2. We'll put this game on reset for you right after this.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Well, this is a stinging blow for the Fayetteville Marksmen on this Friday evening as they fall to the Macon Mayhem for the first time this season by a final count of 3-2. And it's a game that Brent Moran is going to feel is filled with controversy on that last goal by Scott Coash. He is the first star of the game tonight with the game-winning goal. But looking on the replay, and I had a chance to do a little bit of video editing, it does look like that puck hit the back bar and came out quickly, and an unfortunate circumstance there for the Marksmen, but a good drive by Coash, and it's the usual suspects for the Macon Mayhem tonight that are the difference maker. Devin Brink, who scored against the Marksmen before, Brendan Hussey, who's had a really good series versus the Marksmen this season, and then Scott Koash, who's really been the thorn in the side of the Marksmen. Let's go ahead and put this game on reset for you. It starts just a minute and 50 into the hockey game, and it's Devin Brink who scores just 150 in, and I think that really set the tone for this Macon group. They had better jump off the hop. He wraps around and scores on Brent Moran. Taylor Best would get it back in the second period, making it a 1-1 game. And you thought that would be a spark for the Marksmen. It ends up it's not. And the Macon Mayhem did a really good job on staying physical. And as we told you in Marksmen pregame, they had a high conversion rate on their opportunities. I would say they had 7 grade A scoring opportunities. Brent Moran made highlight reel stops on 4 of them. They scored on the other 3. And on a night where Greg Hussey had a relatively easy job until the last 5 minutes of the hockey game, it's just the perfect storm for Macon to come away with this victory. Drake Glover would tie the hockey game after the Hussey overtime, or after the Hussey power play goal to make it 2-2. In the third period, I thought the Marksmen got a lot better, but ultimately it's just not enough, as Scott Koash has that goal that goes in 11:15 into the third period to make it a 3-2 regulation win for the Macon Mayhem. It's the first time in 3 years and 2 days that the Macon Mayhem defeat the Fayetteville Marksmen in regulation. The final score of this one is 3-2. These two teams will do it all over again tomorrow, and I can tell you that I think it will be a much different game in terms of pace. But this is what Corey Melkert has talked about all season long. And it's one of those situations where he is going to bear out to be right. And ultimately, this game is going to appear meaningless in the grand scheme of things, as the Marksmen have already clinched a playoff spot. But pay very close attention to what happens with the difference now between Quad City and the Marksmen, as this is one of those games in hand that the Marksmen needed to have, and they cough it up. Tomorrow will be another opportunity for Fayetteville to get that one back. Final stats for you. In the third period, the Marksmen put 13 shots on goal. It's 25 on the game. And for the Macon Mayhem, they're held to a meager 8 in that third period. 32 the game total for them. Macon scores a goal in each of the periods. The Marksmen get both of theirs in the second. The final score, 3-2, Macon with the victory. On the power play, the Mayhem were 1 for 3, officially 1 for 4 after the best slashing call at the end of the hockey game. And for the Marksmen, a disappointing 0 for 4, and chances were there on the last 2. The puck just does not go into the back of the net. These two teams will rematch tomorrow with a puck drop of 6:30 p.m. We'll have pregame coverage coming up for you at 6:15 p.m. We hope you'll join us for that one. That'll do it for us on the Marksmen Radio Network and Hockey TV. We hope you enjoyed this one as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, I'm Drew Blevins. Good night.